WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown with breaking news. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reports Mavericks guard Luka Doncic is out for Game 1 against the Jazz tomorrow with a left calf strain. There's also concern if he'll be able to play in Game 2. Doncic got hurt on Sunday. Tonight, a play-in doubleheader will settle the 8 seeds in each conference. First up, 7 Eastern on ESPN Radio, Hawks and Cavaliers in Cleveland. That'll be followed by Clippers and Pelicans in Los Angeles. Clippers guard Paul George is out after testing positive for COVID-19. And ESPN's Jay Williams already liked New Orleans in this game.
With CJ, he leads differently because those expectations don't come along with it, which I think will help to get the best out of Brandon Ingram. So with the way they play, with the way they defend, I definitely have to make the Pelicans a favorite now.
Jay Williams on Barton Hahn. ESPN's Adam Schefter reports the Colts will sign cornerback Stefan Gilmore to a 2-year contract worth $23 million. And Hockey Hall of Famer Mike Bossy has died. He won 4 straight Stanley Cups with the Islanders in the 1980s. He was 65.
We're back on Monday, less than 2 weeks away from the NFL Draft. I'll tell you who I would pick with the #1 selection. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern, ESPN Radio, ESPN2.
What's up? It's Casey of Action Sports Jacks, and the local coverage on ESPN 690 is expanding yet again. After Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, we have been bringing you overtime on Mondays and Thursdays, but that has now changed. You can catch Brian Middleton and myself daily after Action Sports Jacks and leading you into Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. So starting at 3 p.m. daily, we will have local coverage all night from Action Sports Jacks to OT to Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, all right here on ESPN 690.
It's a good time to swoop with the UNF Ospreys. The men's and women's golf teams ranked in the top 50 in the country. Baseball and softball in the middle of ASUN play. The softball team, by the way, will host the ASUN tourney in May. UNFospreys.com to find the schedules for all the action. Catch the latest stories and results, too, for all the spring sports at UNFospreys.com. Men's and women's tennis with some fantastic play of late. Beach volleyball in action, along with track and field. It's always a good time to swoop with the Ospreys at UNFospreys.com.
ESPN 690 proudly celebrates our neighbors of all abilities, and we need your help. Join us in supporting businesses around town who employ those with autism, Down syndrome, and other IDDs this Shopability Saturday, April 30th. Check out the full list of participants at connectablejacks.com.
You don't have to be an unbelievable golfer to have a favorite round of golf. Your Dream 18. Maybe it's the people you were with, the place you played, the situation you were in. Give us your Dream 18 at hashtag Dream 18 and tune in Wednesdays to a new show, The Dream 18 Show, 2 p.m. on ESPN 690.
What's up? It's Casey. Check out the podcast Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 wherever you get your podcast to make sure you don't miss moments like this.
Word is you have a new nickname around this place.
Sure do, Brent. Because you know
Or do
how
you like it? Nicknames are good sometimes.
Yeah. Well, so you know, like how when it's your birthday coming up, which it's my birthday month or whatever, like they kind of give you a little heads up. And I appreciate all the work that they do and everything. But when they say November birthdays and it's Austin Lane and this must be Thanksgiving themed, AKA free range hot buns. you guys like that? Is that good for you?
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
What's happening on a Friday? Heading into the weekend on a beautiful day in Jacksonville, Florida. I see beer in the studio. I think I do. I think it's full. It's sitting in Austin's chair. Who will
I
be
don't know
here
what that is.
Shortly. I'm very interested to find out exactly what that is all about. Maybe he will know, as there's a little traffic getting off the exit, so he will be here. A little backup. It's a backup, and it's really not. Most people are out of work by right now, I would think, on this Good Friday. So Hopefully you're having a good Friday. Brent Martin, Austin Lane, Casey Kurtz, as we are now inside 2 weeks to the NFL draft. So, of course, we have some mock drafts coming out. Saw a 3-round mock draft today. There is that. We have dissected and discussed just about everything when it comes to mock drafts. The biggest news around the NFL, by the way, what's the Miller High Life for? Do you know? Is that a gift? Maybe. Get yourself situated. I'm just looking for an answer.
That was from a fan.
I was a fan.
From not this show, the other show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Very good. Can we get some fans of this show to drop off some beer? I mean,
what are you telling?
That's not a bad idea.
I know.
That's a good fan over there.
Absolutely.
Very good. Big news around the NFL today. Stefan Gilmore to the Colts.
Yep.
Colts loading up on a pretty good defense now for Gus Bradley, I would say.
I mean, they've improved. I'm not mad at what the Colts have done. We always talk about the quarterback position. You dressed it with Matt Ryan. Now, how much more does Matt Ryan have in the tank? We shall see. But when you look at last year's roster and I look at this year's roster, I can't fault the Colts for wanting to win. I'll just say that much. They're spending money. They're doing their best, I think, to try to achieve a Super Bowl now. Whether they can put it all together or not, it relies on Matt Ryan. But as far as on paper is concerned, they look pretty good.
So I guess that begs the question of this. Are they the favorites in the AFC South?
It's hard to pick against the Titans. I'm going to go with Tennessee until I get proven wrong.
Okay. So Matt Ryan, a guy like Stefan Gilmore, whatever they're about to do in the draft as well. Did they do anything? They bring over Jan as well. They do anything else receiver-wise?
No, I think T.Y. might still be on the market.
He is still on the market.
They got Pittman. I think they still got Pascal.
Yeah, they got their guys, but they didn't add two. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
And so, I think that's a team that was supposed to be better than they were, right? Got stunned by the Jaguars and missed the playoffs, and maybe could have made a little run in the postseason. Who knows, depending on how Carson Wentz played. That season really came down to about a couple of games that Carson Wentz wasn't good enough or wasn't very good, to be honest. They got off to a slow start, you might remember, as a very tough schedule. But I think now, depending on how you feel about Matt Ryan, I've told you guys for a long time, I'm not afraid of Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan doesn't do much for me in terms of, oh boy, look now. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback either, though. I just wonder when you go from Phillip Rivers, Carson Wentz to Matt Ryan, is there a marked difference between the three guys? And probably because of Carson Wentz and the way people now view him. But statistically, Carson wasn't bad. He just really struggled down the stretch in those last two games. Matt Ryan you'd think would play better, but is he dangerous? He doesn't really remind me of being a dangerous guy. They do have a great running game. Their offensive line solid, but their defense was really good last year. See, I think the big thing about Indianapolis is I wonder if this is a 2017 to 2018 Jags. I wonder if this is 2018 2019 Chicago Bears. I wonder if they got so fortunate with the turnovers. Can you count on that again? Now, they're not necessarily counting on it. They upgrade. They lose their defensive coordinator. They bring in Gus. They add Jan. They add Stefan Gilmore. So it's not like they're standing pat. But I think if you're an Indianapolis fan, you think they're going to duplicate those kind of numbers on the turnover margin, I wouldn't expect that.
No, it's hard to duplicate that. But I also think that you might see an improvement on the offense just because they did have a lot of guys out last year, especially on the offensive line. Quentin Nelson's coming back healthy now. It's going to be a big boost for them. But my biggest question going forward about the Colts is what happens if, and I'll knock on wood for him because he's a Wisconsin Badger, what happens if Jonathan Taylor goes out? What is the plan going to be? Because I've seen the Tennessee Titans produce without Derrick Henry, arguably the best running back in the NFL, and they still found a way to have the best record in the AFC. So when we talk about that, I think the question remains, what happens if Jonathan Taylor somehow sustains an injury a little bit? What are they going to do then? Because do they have the talent around Matt Ryan to help him produce, to be successful? Because Nyheim Hines, he's a change of pace back. He's a third down back, but he's not every single down back. And Indianapolis definitely wants to run the ball. So I wonder if there's going to be a plan in place in terms of, what is the fail-safe if Jonathan Taylor goes down for a little bit.
Yeah, well, of course. So listen, Jonathan Taylor right now is their best player. He's the most dangerous player. He's one of the best players in the NFL last year. So that is Derrick Henry-esque, right? I mean, if Derrick Henry can't play all 17 games, if there's a hiccup somewhere along the way, if he's not as good as he has been because he loses a little bit, as running backs can do. Now, Jonathan Taylor's younger, so that shouldn't be the case with him. But the league is now going to prep for Jonathan Taylor in a way they didn't prep before based off that year.
But I just think my point is, do they have the players to be successful without Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, probably not. No,
but did Tennessee? And then they somehow did it.
They still were able to. Yeah, they actually rallied through. And I think the difference, Jazz, there, Austin, is something we compliment the Titans about, and we don't like to throw. Well, I don't like to throw compliments about the Titans around. Is that they have a culture of finding a way to win, and they have guys that step up and make plays and end up getting it done even without Derrick Henry. So you got to give them a lot of credit for that. Do the Colts have that? I don't know. I mean, they had Jonathan Taylor go crazy last year and still couldn't make the playoffs. Hard for me to tell you that they have a culture of winning, enough to overcome some of that stuff. So I would say no. I don't. I think Tennessee proved that, they can overcome an absence of Derrick Henry. I wouldn't count on it. I don't think the Colts could overcome and put everything on the shoulders of Matt Ryan and could overcome the loss of Jonathan Taylor.
Who do you think's better, Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill?
I was thinking of that too, actually, when we were having this discussion. I kind of group them in the same. Like, I view this stuff as like, do I go into the game when I face the Titans? Obviously, you go face Derrick Henry, but am I scared of what Tannehill might do? Right? Is he going to explode and have a good game? I understand he's played some good football. I know he has a capability of doing it, but I don't go into that game like I'm really worried about Tannehill beating me. And I feel the same way about Matt Ryan, man. Even when Atlanta came here last year, I feel the same way. I don't – if you take both the running backs off the field for Derrick Henry and Jonathan Taylor, I'm just – I don't think those guys are going to beat you by themselves. I'm not answering your question, but I kind of put them in the same boat, really. But that's my point. Like, I think they're about the same guy.
Okay, but I'm saying if you had to build a team around one, and the two options were Matt Ryan or Ryan Tannehill, who are you going with?
I would go Ryan Tannehill.
See, I'm going Matt Ryan.
At this point.
Okay, I'm going Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I think a lot of people probably would, but I just think I think Matt Ryan could really be on the verge of it going quickly.
Sure.
Downhill. And he's not as old as I always think he is. Like, I feel like he's almost like 38 years old, 37 years old. He's not.
Yeah.
I think he's like 34, 35, something like that. I think he's going to be 35. But I just, I don't know. I do think there's some upside with Tannehill. And you know why I say it? This is the thing that gets to me, is the ability to run, the move. He can move. Tannehill can move. He can beat you with the legs. And so he can keep a play alive. Matt Ryan cannot do that.
Sure.
He just will not do that. So I don't fear him, and I don't think I think I would give the nod to Tannehill because he does have that capability that could still beat you and make you think about him.
I just think that, set aside from Kyle Pitts, Matt Ryan will be playing with better receivers this year. And with all due respect to Russell Gage and everybody, but I think the weapons on Indianapolis Colts are far superior than what he had in the Falcons, and he still almost put up 4,000 yards passing with the Falcons.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, I agree with what I do think he's in a better situation this year than last year, even with those guys you mentioned, right? With especially Pitts. But again, the numbers for Carson Wentz weren't that bad last year.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, so
it doesn't always tell the complete story. And I mean, I just never did you remember a game last year where you thought like Atlanta, and I might miss one, I'm just saying off the top of your head, Atlanta, where you're like Matt Ryan, man, he won that game for him.
I mean, how'd that Jaguars game turn out?
It was like 21-3 or something, It wasn't like, it was like, wow, look at Matt Ryan, he's putting on a show.
That was the Cordell Patterson. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't watch a lot of
and I get it. I'm putting you on the spot. I'm just saying it's like, I
mean, I had Cordell Patterson, so he helped me out in fantasy, but
yeah. So I don't know. I think the bottom line here is how much better are the Colts getting? And I think they would feel pretty, listen, if I'm a Colts fan, I feel pretty good about it. I think I upgraded with Matt Ryan. I think it's marginal, but they probably feel like it's more. I know I got Jonathan Taylor coming back. I got a good nucleus coming back. I added Yannick Ngakoue, and I add a guy like Stefan Gilmore. Those are productive players.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go get probably more help on offense, I think, in the draft.
Yep.
And I've got like bona fide star players, too, in other areas like DeForest Buckner and Darius Leonard.
Let me ask you this. Who has the better season next year, Matt Ryan or Carson Wentz?
I would put Matt Ryan.
Okay, because Carson Wentz had the better season last year.
Then Matt Ryan.
Yeah, and I don't think he even played in the full season. I mean, Wentz threw for 27-7. Matt Ryan threw for 20-10. I'm sorry, 20-12.
And 4,000 yards for Matt Ryan. What was it for?
3,800 for Matt Ryan, 3,500 for Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Isn't that wild? Mm-hmm. So that's why you got to be a little careful with the number, but didn't feel that way. And we said that all year, by the way. I think even the folks in Indianapolis, it doesn't feel like it's as good as the numbers say it is. Mm-hmm. And again, especially limping home down the stretch, I think that's certainly the case. So it's a two-horse race in the AFC South right now. Houston and the Jags aren't even close until they prove that they have closed the gap and can do some things. Injuries do play a factor. I mean, can both of those teams stay healthy? Can they take the next step? I mean, is Matt Ryan the guy to take the next step? Or is this going to be a little bit of a snake bit organization in the Colts where they're good but not good enough? Mm-hmm. Doesn't it have the feel of that a little bit? I mean, they've tried Rivers, they've tried Wentz, and now they're trying Matt Ryan, and they've had a good roster now for a few years. Mm-hmm. So even with the additions, it feels a little bit like that. I don't know if it plays out like that. You surprised Gilmore ended up in Indianapolis as opposed to the Rams?
I mean, I am a little bit. I'm not sure how much capital they had to spend on Stefan Gilmore. I assume he probably would have made more going to Indianapolis. And I get it. The Colts, there's still a question mark at the quarterback spot. How's Matt Ryan going to do? They underachieved last year, but I think in the AFC, the Colts are going to at least be competitive. I mean, there are some talented teams, but the Colts are, you can make an argument they're going to make a playoff run. So I'm not so surprised now.
Yeah. I just wonder if you take the Colts, the Titans, the Texans, and the Jags, all the money the Jags spent, because you can look at the rest of the AFC and you can say, wow, okay, we did this exercise before. 11 teams think they can go to the Super Bowl. By the way, the Titans and the Colts are probably in that. There are a couple of the doormats right now that just have to prove otherwise. That's the Texans, the Jets, and the Jags, quite frankly. I think there's a couple middle-of-the-road teams like Pittsburgh and New England that I'm not sure they think they can win it all. They have won it all a lot, so they always kind of have that in their blood. But can they realistically win it all? I don't think so. So I think that's kind of the way the AFC breaks down. Well, the only thing that really matters is winning the AFC South. I mean, and Jags are fortunate in that regard because if you really wanted to rank the teams, I think the gettable teams do exist in the AFC South. I don't think anybody believes the Tennessee Titans or the Indianapolis Colts are running away and hiding from everyone else. If one of those teams in the AFC West played in the AFC South, you would say that. You'd be like, man, you're not even close to them. Yeah. The gap is way too big. And I just don't – the Bills, if they were in the AFC South, you would say, nope, ain't catching them, right? Even Cincinnati, the way they're going right now. Like, I just don't feel that with Indianapolis and the Colts. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody goes 13-4 and proves me wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. But I just think the Jags are in a good spot to be at least in this division if they're going to play catch-up. And who got better the most this offseason so far going into the draft? Mm-hmm. The Jags spending all their money? Did they close the gap with Indianapolis and Tennessee? Or the Colts getting Matt Ryan and now Stefan Gilmore and Jan? Yeah. Or Tennessee, who kind of didn't really do a whole lot, right? At least eye-popping, that I remember. So, actually, they added Robert Woods.
Sure.
Right? That was a significant
move. Now it's going to be him and A.J. Brown. That's a pretty good tandem.
So if you line them up and you say, hey, the Colts and Titans were at like an 8 on the 1 to 10 scale. Mm-hmm. The Jags were on like a 2. Mm-hmm. Where's that scale now exist? Did the Jags climb up to a 4 or 5 and catch them a little bit? Did they close the gap in the offseason?
I mean, I think if the Jaguars were at a 2, I would probably put them at a 4 or 5. Yeah. I think that the Colts were a far better team, even though the Jaguars beat in the last game of the season. So say the Colts were at a 6. I mean, I think so as much as the Jaguars climbed up, I think the Colts climbed up just as much.
You do?
Yeah.
So pretty equal in that sense.
Yeah. I think if you find a quarterback that's going to be an upgrade from what you had last year, I think if you get, one of the best cornerbacks in the game, that warrants moving up for sure.
Yeah, so...
And then the Titans, they were kind of quiet, but how much do they really have to do? They just have to find a way to win the big games now.
Well, and the thing about it, I agree with that. The Colts and the Titans sitting in the perch, the Jags trying to play catch-up, they have to make the most moves to try to play catch-up. And so hopefully they caught the Titans or closed the gap a little bit to even some of these games out or at least have a fighting chance. The Colts have been interesting with the Jags because the Jags beat them once a year regardless.
Correct. Yeah.
And even in a game that really matters, they beat them this past year. And I would say this, the Jags still have more opportunity right now. Sure, everybody's got the draft, but the Jags have high draft picks that they can get impact players more so than you would think the Colts and Titans.
Yeah.
Now, they can get the fringe player that really might boost their team in some weak spots, but the Jags have a chance to get some blue chip players or starting players that will impact them, make them better, and close the gap even more going into the next couple of weeks. And again, you're going to look at them across the rest of the NFL. To me, all that really matters is the AFC South. I mean, that's where you begin. And so if the Jags can catch them, close the gap, give themselves a chance, well, then there's something to talk about a little bit. And again, they better do that. They can't just get their own roster better. They have to close the gap. The gap is far.
Yeah. But also you'd think with Doug Peterson, though, that the gap could hopefully be closed a little bit as well.
That's a good point, too. I mean, that's a good question. I got a question about that coming up. You just sparked something.
There it is.
I like it. We'll talk about it. Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. A question on a Friday about Doug Peterson. 2 weeks away from the draft. We'll be back on ESPN 690. Happy Friday, everybody. Give us a call if you want to get in the conversation. 904-362-9901. Phone line's always open.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly cloudy skies as we head through your Friday. A few afternoon thunderstorms developing and pressing inland. Highs in the 70s at the coast, low to mid-80s inland. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening. Overnight, we drop down to the mid-60s. From the Action News Jack's First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Garrett Beatonball.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds. Don't miss the buy one, get one free on wedding band event going on now through April 24th.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at Action Sports Shacks, Dream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to Action Sports Shacks, Dream18.com.
It's no secret that do-it-yourself security systems are pretty much a joke, right? Criminals don't pay attention to them. A lot of police departments don't either. If you've got one of those national alarm companies, they're not much better. They're going to charge you more, though. SafeTouch security systems are the most advanced systems offered, and this starts with every SafeTouch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. The SafeTouch Perimeter Guard, for example, uses analytics and text video notification. You're alerted before the crime actually happens, and there's 24/7 onboard video storage. That camera also alerts would-be criminals, by the way, that they've already been detected and are being recorded. And the SafeTouch Always On feature means that if anyone tries to violate your area of protection, SafeTouch is notified before they even enter the house. If someone was crazy enough to enter a SafeTouch house, the SafeTouch two-way communicator has them in an average of 11 seconds, eliminating the need for call verification and sending emergency help immediately. SafeTouch is professionally installed by its highly trained professional technicians, and their monitoring center is right here in Florida. Call for your free estimated demonstration today, 888-723-8682, or go to safetouch.com, EF0000233.
Don't paint, don't vinyl, go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
North Florida is one of the golf capitals in America, and our customers get to spend a lot of time on the golf course because they'll never have to paint their house again. Rhino Shield is the superior alternative to paint and vinyl siding and is unlike any other paint or coating. It comes with a 25-year warranty, it's maintenance-free, and is guaranteed not to chip, peel, bubble, or crack. Bottom line with Rhino Shield, you'll never have to paint again. Look now to take advantage of our spring special. Save up to 25% off, but hurry, book now because our installation schedule is filling up fast. Call Rhino Shield today, 904-519-5055. 904-519-5055. Or find us online at rhinoshieldjacks.com. That's rhinoshieldjacks.com.
Sometimes the injury happens in a second, but sometimes it's as a result of the same motion over and over for many years. Let our team of lawyers take a look at your workers' compensation case. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Be yourself and bank your way at Community First. Get free checking with rewards, your paycheck deposited a day early, and free digital tools. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
Where are those receipts? Tax day is nearly here. I held on to those. And Chanel is stressing. Why do I always wait to the last minute? Her small business needs a bookkeeper to crunch some big numbers. All these spreadsheets make my head spin. None of this adds up. Indeed can help her hire great people fast. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
Hey everybody, it's Brent Martineau from Action Sports Jacks. There's a good chance you have a smart speaker, so use it with ESPN 690. Stay up to date on the Jags and all things sports by telling Alexa or Google to play ESPN 690. It's as easy as that. Make sure you listen weekdays 3 until 6 p.m. on ESPN 690.
Big Wood is 100% correct. And all you got to do is take the model from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We need to get rid of Jameis Winston, and we're going to be all right. Guess what they did? They got rid of Jameis Winston, won the Super Bowl. Take the model from the Los Angeles Rams. We need a quarterback to go to the Super Bowl and win it. What did they do, Max and Jay? They got rid of Jared Goff, picked up Matthew Stafford, won the Super Bowl. We need a quarterback in Denver right now. Well, we're going to get Aaron Rodgers. It's not going to work. We're going to be on the road. We're going to trade for Russell Wilson. What did they do? They went and traded for Russell Wilson to win a Super Bowl right now.
But the difference,
not 10 years from now, but right now.
That is Keyshawn Johnson.
Living in the now.
Jay Williams, Max Kellerman. 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. on ESPN 690. Brent Martineau along with Austin Lane, Casey Kurtz. 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. Action Sports Jacks OT coming up right after this at 6 o'clock. And then off to the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp against the Durham Bulls. Here on a Friday, heading into the weekend, by the way, we've got you covered on the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp all weekend long. And don't forget Action Sports Jacks primetime, 10:30 on Fox 30, 11:30 on CBS 47 on the TV side of things. You brought up Doug Peterson's name, and it sparked some interest in the division of AFC South. Doug Peterson has a Lombardi Trophy. That is something that no coach in the AFC South has.
Mm-hmm.
Is Doug Peterson the best coach in the AFC South?
No. Mike Vrabel.
I knew you were going to go there.
I mean, yeah. It's what have you done for me lately?
Mike Vrabel has never won a Super Bowl.
Mike Vrabel has never been fired.
That's fair.
There you go.
Oh, so now if you don't get fired but go to the mountaintop, that's the difference? That's the ultimate?
I mean,
that makes you the best?
I mean, should we have kept Tom Coughlin then?
Bill
with that
Belichick
attitude?
got fired.
Should we have kept Tom Coughlin with that attitude then?
Pete Carroll got fired.
I'll ask it again. Should we have kept Tom Coughlin then with that attitude?
He wasn't coaching. He won Super Bowls as a coach.
But he was in charge of the culture.
He still won Super Bowls as a coach, not
I know,
as an
but
EVP.
Who was in charge of the culture?
Tom.
Okay. So should we let him go or should we have kept him because he won a Super Bowl?
So culture or coaching? What's more important?
I mean, culture is coaching.
Oh, okay.
It's not?
Well, Tom's not. If Tom was in charge of culture, he wasn't the coach.
But who was running the show, though? Usually a head coach is going to run the show. When Tom Coughlin was brought here, who was running the show? Was it Tom Coughlin
or
was
it was Tom Coughlin,
yeah.
But he wasn't coaching.
Okay, but he was still
So
running the
culture
show.
isn't coaching, at least not in Jacksonville. It wasn't
at the time, but I think Doug Peterson's going to bring the culture here now, right?
I would hope he brings culture and coaching.
And did Doug Peterson have the culture and coaching in Philadelphia?
I think so.
And what happened in Philadelphia with Doug Peterson towards the end?
They didn't win enough, I guess. He got fired.
Correct. And I think right now Mike Vrabel has the better culture and the coaching.
He's got definitely the better culture.
Yeah, and I think he's been coaching. Like, he hasn't been fired. Like, he hasn't given them the reason to fire him. I get, winning a Super Bowl is the ultimate, sure. But, he got fired for a reason.
Yeah, but, listen, he got fired for a reason. Doesn't make it was right that he got fired.
But they weren't winning anymore. He had one season where they won a Super Bowl, and then
they didn't win for one season. He got fired.
Okay, then Doug Peterson's the best coach in the NFL, next to Bill Belichick. You think if his Super Bowl is everything, then what took so long for Doug Peterson to get hired? Why wasn't he the top choice of everybody then?
I don't know.
Why didn't the Broncos bring in Doug Peterson?
I don't know.
Why didn't the Chicago Bears bring in Doug Peterson?
Would have been better.
Okay,
I agree. I think Minnesota would have been better.
Okay.
Didn't we wonder that the whole process?
Oh, no, I definitely did. Tom Coughlin. Doug Peterson's my top 3 on my list, for sure.
So, listen, I think you can make the case that because it's already in place and everything, that Doug, that Vrabel is the best coach in the division, what he's done, his resume.
Oh, yeah.
I'm okay with that case. I'm just saying, I think a great counter-argument to the case is he doesn't have a Lombardi trophy.
Did Vrabel get coach of the year last year? Who got coach of the year?
I don't know. I don't know who won that.
Look that up quick. I have
Probably,
no idea.
Maybe LaFleur?
Was it
LaFleur?
Or was it?
Or was that 2 years ago? He might have got it. There are a lot of candidates last year could have got coach of the year.
You're not lying.
It's an interesting point, though. What's the...
It was Vrabel.
It was Vrabel?
Sure.
Yeah. Yep. So...
There you go. But, whatever.
Well, it's not whatever. Again, you talk about winning. If you talk about the mountaintop of the sport, it's winning Super Bowls, okay?
Sure.
So Frank Vrabel has not got there yet.
But I think right now the better coach is Mike Vrabel.
Well, that's fine. Like I said, I think it's also a decent counterpoint to say the guy with the Lombardi trophy that's been able to hold it up doesn't have to hold your jockstrap because you're the coach of the year last year.
I didn't say yes to hold anybody's jockstrap.
Well, I kind of making it seem like it.
All I said was Mike Vrabel, I think, is the better coach than Doug Peterson.
Yeah, and all I said is even without a Lombardi trophy. So, and by the way, here's the funny part about it. I would put him up there right now, too, because of what he already has built. He's got a head start, too. And we haven't seen it come down.
Yeah.
So who's the better coach? Frank Reich and what they've already built and what they have in place, or Doug Peterson? And this is where I think it's an interesting one because they work together in Philadelphia.
Oh, no. I think Doug Peterson is better than Frank Reich until proven differently. Mike Vrabel has showed me enough already. Mike Vrabel won the AFC without his best player and arguably the most important player in all football to their team. So Mike Vrabel showed me enough. Frank Reich has not showed me enough.
So I guess that's a good thing then, is what I knew you were going to go with Mike Vrabel. So the Jags have an advantage coaching in the rest of the division.
Yeah.
In essence.
I would say so. It's hard to tell how this is going to go, though. This is a completely new experience for Doug Peterson. I think we were all on the Urban Meyer bandwagon and saying he's going to be fine in a couple years, and how did that turn out? So, we like to think that Doug Peterson's going to do a fantastic job, which he should. But we have not yet seen anything from Trevor Lawrence, from the offense, from the defense. It's still a lot of unknown.
But what I think is fascinating then, and this is why the conversation comes up, and we haven't really had it much. We'll talk quarterbacks, we talk rosters, we talk everything. And to me, those things matter the most. But if you look over time now, if you go back, let's just go back the last decade of what the Jacksonville Jaguars had. Gus Bradley proved that, he wasn't going to be the best coach in that division. You couldn't make that argument for him. Doug Marrone, was he the best coach in the division, or was he the second best coach in the division, or was he the third best coach in the division? Mm-hmm. I'm not sure people would have. Bill O'Brien had a better record, right? A better proven mark before he got let go. Then there was Vrabel. And who was before Reich, by the way, in Indy?
Pagano?
Did it go right, Pagano? To them?
I have no idea. I know he was the coach there.
So anyway, so over these years, you couldn't even make the case.
Yeah,
it was Pagano?
Caldwell, Pagano, Reich.
Yeah, so you could even make the case that the Jacksonville Jaguars had the coach in place that might be best in the AFC South. or you could outcoach him. And you wouldn't have said that about Urban Meyer, by the way, because nobody was doing that. Even though there might have been hope with Urban Meyer, and we all fell into that, or a lot of us fell into that, he's still unproven at this level to say, okay, I can outcoach that guy, outcoach this guy, and it proved that he really couldn't outcoach many guys in the NFL. So that's a nice spot for the Jags to be. If they try to increase their roster, they've at least increased their coaching capability in their own division and climbed the ladder in that spot. We know with their franchise quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, they have the chance to be the next 5, 7, 8, 10 years, if they do things right, that he could be the best quarterback in their division for the next for the foreseeable future. I think people believe that. It hasn't happened yet. You wouldn't stake the claim that it happens yet, especially Matt Ryan's career speaks a lot. Tannehill has proven quite a bit. Heck, Davis Mills proved more last year than Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. But I think you could buy into the fact that the Jaguars, if we have this discussion 2 years from now, you could maybe make the case by then that the Jags have the best coach and the best quarterback in the AFC South. And that's something that you couldn't really, heck, I don't know when you couldn't say that because Peyton Manning lived in the division. Tony Dungy was in the division. Deshaun Watson was in the division. I mean, you had all these good players and really proven coaches in the division that the Jags couldn't get there. And so now maybe they do close the gap in a couple of those respects. And how much does it matter? I think that's debatable. You know, how much is coaching going to carry the day? It's important. And the Jags haven't nailed that, or they wouldn't be rifling through coaches left and right over the last few years. But I don't know also, is it going to be the put you over the top? It does seem to be that way for 20 years in the AFC East, but also they had Tom Brady. So we always have the debate, how much was it coach and how much was it Brady? If you look at the AFC North, you've got some pretty good coaches, right? You got Tomlin, you got Harbaugh. Those are proven guys. Heck, what's his name goes to the Super Bowl, Zach Taylor, and you still wouldn't put him as the third best coach. Probably you'd put him as the third best coach, but Stefanski actually 2 years ago won Coach of the Year.
Correct. Yeah, it's wild, man.
So look at the AFC North. I mean, loaded with guys that have pretty good resumes or have been that way. And you go to the AFC West now. Andy Reid obviously would lead that division, I would think, right? And then you've got some newcomers along the way. Even McDaniels, very unproven, comes from a good organization, but you're not going to give him much of a nod after what he did in Denver. He's got to go prove himself. Staley as well. And who am I missing out there in the West? Raiders, Chargers. Broncos, Hackett. Yeah. He's a first-time guy. So, like Reid, actually, if you look at the divisions, now that Buffalo's been able to do what they've done, Reid, to me, maybe is the most dominant coach in the AFC in his respective division.
Yeah, I mean, I think Reid's been
even more than Belichick.
Well, Reid's been a dominant coach for a long time. Even in Philadelphia, even though he didn't win the big one, he was always kind of a dominant coach. So, yeah, I mean, I would say I think Reid, I mean, Belichick is still Belichick, but Reid is up there as well. And that's why I think that they're the two most, distinguished coaching trees in the entire NFL. I mean, I think with Doug Peterson, it's simple. If you come in here and you win games, then the critics go away. If you look back at what he had in Philly, I mean, his first year, you go 7-9. Like, if the Jaguars go 7-9, people are going to throw a parade for you. I guess it'll be 7-10 now or whatever, or 7 whatever. 7-10 because we play 17 games. If that happens, yeah, the Jaguars are definitely going to be a team that you got to keep an eye on. But until that time, if we're talking 3, 4, maybe even 5 wins, I think it's kind of a disappointment. So, yeah, we're going to find out what Doug Peterson's made of real quick, and I'm excited to find out.
Look at now I'm kind of interested. Andy Reid, we said he might have the biggest gap. And again, Bill Belichick's still coaching. Yeah. Pete Carroll's still coaching. Yep. But right now, as it sits, there might be the biggest coaching gap between Andy Reid and the rest of his team in a loaded AFC West, where you wonder, could that make a difference? Right? Because everybody's pretty good. Everybody thinks they're good. Everybody's got pieces that they can buy into. But there's some unproven stuff. I mean, Staley's unproven, Hackett's unproven, and McDaniels is unproven, at least from a successful standpoint. You go around, we just said the AFC. If you go around the NFC, is there anyone dominant in their respective division kind of like that? Again,
in terms of coaching?
He's got plenty of coaching competition, right? Shanahan, a lot of people give credit to, and the job he's done. I don't think Kingsbury's on the same page as him, but obviously McVay, He's won a Super Bowl and been to another.
Sure.
Right? You can actually say he's the best one right now in terms of recent success, even though Carroll has a lot built up. You go to the NFC South.
I mean, yeah, NFC South.
New coach in actually now, Bowles instead of Arians.
Yeah.
And then you got new coach in Atlanta, or a second-year coach in Atlanta.
See, but this is
New
why
Orleans.
I guess I don't put the biggest premium. I mean, winning a Super Bowl is everything. I get that. But I see a guy like Mike McCarthy on the Dallas Cowboys. Like, how pumped are people like Mike McCarthy fans right now?
Yeah, not much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, I wouldn't even call Mike McCarthy right now in the NFL a top probably 15 coach, maybe even a top 20 coach. But he still has the resume and everything, and you still earn the accolades. So, like, I guess you got to find the right combination of what your team looks like, the talent that you have, and then could that coach elevate him? For instance, Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl, right? More power to you. You go to Dallas, and it seems like you have all the weapons to be successful. You have Dak Prescott. You have CeeDee Lamb. You have Amari Cooper. I mean, you have Ezekiel Elliott. You have an offense that just has all the riches. And you're an offensive-minded guy. And you don't have success. And you don't exceed expectations, regardless of what the resume says. And now people are trying to run you out of town and replace you with a Kellen Moore. So I think we got to find the right balance of what does the team look like in terms of talent, and then can that coach elevate said talent?
Who is the best coach in that division then?
New
coach in the Giants. You got Eagles second year. You've got McCarthy with the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And which team am I leaving out?
Washington, Ron Rivera.
Who a lot of people would take, from a steady standpoint,
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's between Sirianni and Ron Rivera. It's hard to get I guess I'm going to go Sirianni just because with Ron Rivera. I mean, listen, and Ron Rivera, it's consistent as they come, but he's a defensive-minded guy, and that defense last year didn't really achieve expectations. Sirianni, on the other hand, he's an offensive-minded guy. And that Eagles offense, and I get it, it didn't look pretty with Jalen Hurts sometimes, right? I mean, it was a lot of fourth-quarter comebacks or a lot of running around, but you somehow got the job done and made the playoffs. They can't take that away from you. So if you're asking me who I think the best coach right now in that division is, even better than a Super Bowl winning coach, I'm taking Sirianni. And he's a second-year guy.
Yeah. And then we got one more to do. Let's do it. Let's finish it off. The NFC North would be LaFleur, who's had a ton of success if you look at his record, for sure. Detroit, no, you wouldn't go there. Minnesota, new coach. And Chicago, new coach.
Yeah, I mean, that was a grab bag there.
Well, but there's a big gap. It's kind of an Andy Reid-esque gap, based on experience and you just don't know.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like the AFC West. That AFC West is really interesting from a coaching standpoint.
Yeah.
Just because, again, McDaniels, he could be great, but you can't lock him into being great after what you saw him do the first time around.
Yeah.
And then Staley how did he not go to the playoffs without that team, right? I mean, there's plenty of criticism for Staley, and then Hackett's a first-time guy, so it's really, I didn't think about it from the coaching point of view, but that is a loaded division with one coach that's proven to be able to know how to get W's. We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Here at ESPN 690, Brent and Austin have become addicted to sports cards.
Jamar Chase, season's greetings, autograph, 2 of 3. I'm banging, bang, 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 bang. Tony Montana, Tony Montana, bang.
That was our best moment.
Dude,
that was our moment.
Join the addiction weekdays from 3 to 6 right here on ESPN 690.
One historic game. A prime time event. Saturdays, the USFL makes history with a special opening night as the Birmingham Stallions open the season against the New Jersey Generals. Live on Fox and NBC. The biggest game. USFL kicks off Saturday, 7:30 Eastern on Fox and NBC.
If your office is reopening, Staples has you covered.
Back to the office, back to in-person meetings.
Staples has you covered.
In the office one day, home the next. I need to be able to work from anywhere.
Staples has you covered with everything you need for everywhere you work. Right now, save $15 when you spend $75 on select items. Everything you need for the office, home, anywhere. Staples, the working and learning store. Ends 4/16. In-store only. Coupon required. One per customer. See store or staplesconnect.com for exclusions and details.
Now is the time to get an estimate on replacement windows. American Window Products of Jacksonville is a high-volume dealer offering a huge selection of products to keep your costs low. New windows from American Window Products can lower your energy costs and increase your curb appeal and security, all without breaking the bank. Call American Window Products for a free estimate at 904-667-0873 or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
Let me ask you something. Are you tired of hearing no? It's kind of a bummer, right? Nobody likes to hear no. So let me ask the obvious. Are you ready to hear yes? Then you better get to Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned today. Yes, Arlington has 400 pre-owned on the lot and ready to test drive. Yes, Arlington has all makes and models. Yes, Arlington will help you get financed. Plus, Arlington's 30-day exchange program comes with your purchase. One last question. Are you going to find the vehicle you really want? Yes. Just shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BEND for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code BEND. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BEND for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code BEND for a $5 bonus.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at Action Sports Shacks, Dream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to Action Sports Shacks, Dream18.com.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done, and you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
ESPN 690 proudly celebrates our neighbors of all abilities, and we need your help. Join us in supporting businesses around town who employ those with autism, Down syndrome, and other IDDs this Shopability Saturday, April 30th. Check out the full list of participants at connectablejacks.com.
Luka accounts for, it feels like, close to 60% of their scoring. I'm talking about off assist and scoring himself. So, him and Jokic are like one-man shows because they do so much with passing, with scoring, with getting rebounds, with making plays. Without him, they do not have a chance against the Utah Jazz. And I think the Utah Jazz has problems, obviously chemistry-wise to a degree. This year is not what you expected from them, but Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, and Quinn Snyder, there's a lot on the line for this team too, because you're wondering if they actually want to stay together. That is the whole narrative around this team. Does it work between Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert being your two superstars? Without Luka, they do not have a chance.
As Jay Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Max Kellerman in the mornings here on ESPN 690, 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. Brent Martin along with Austin Lane and Casey Kurtz. And it is Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah.
In Major League Baseball, which is always cool that they recognize number 42, which has been retired, of course, across the NFL. Mariano, the last person to wear 42, right? I'm pretty sure. Mariano Rivera.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's correct.
Pretty sure, yeah. And so other baseball news. I want to ask you guys this about a documentary coming out, and if you'd be excited about this. They will celebrate Jackie Robinson Day throughout the day in Major League Baseball, of course. So that it's become an annual thing. It's not just like on a special anniversary. It's become an annual thing that they do that, which is appropriate and right and great they do it. Another baseball note, Doug Peterson will throw out the first pitch on Tuesday night for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp.
Come on.
You can hear that ball whistling here on ESPN.
Come on.
690.
Let's go. Casey, give us like the play-by-play.
Yeah, that's right. Have you ever thrown out a first pitch?
No.
Would it be okay if you did?
Yeah, I mean,
you got that in you?
No, I mean, I wouldn't be a meme or anything. I wouldn't be like 50 Cent. I could probably throw a strike. I'm pretty confident.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I bet Doug can, too. He's a former quarterback.
Yeah, for sure.
Those quarterbacks can chuck a baseball, too, you know.
I'm sure Doug Peterson still has a cannon.
Yeah. So I was thinking this. Tuesday is not only Doug Peterson throwing out the first pitch, but it is also Ray Charles' bobblehead giveaway.
Correct.
Day. And if you haven't seen pictures of the bobblehead, it's really a cool one. They got the piano and everything. So kind of neat. And it's presented by Florida School for the Deaf and Blind. And at First Coast Sign Language Interpreting, Ray Charles went to Florida School for the Deaf and the Blind. I don't know for how long, but I think it was, it might have been as many as a couple years. But back
could be a dumb question. Is that in Jacksonville?
St. Augustine.
St. Augustine. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very well renowned.
Yeah.
That'll be part of a special night. So I was thinking, okay, which day of the promotions would you like to go to on the next homestand, which the Jumbo Shrimp are home next Tuesday through Sunday.
Okay.
You can also listen to them on ESPN 690, of course. Ray Charles bobblehead doll. Wednesday is always like a business person special where you go to the game for $20, right? You get a ticket, a jumbo hot dog, chips, and a Yingling. How about that?
Not bad, not bad.
Okay. Thursday, it's Thirsty Thursday, so you know the deal there. You've been to those.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also dive bar night with dueling pianos.
Those
sounds kind of
fun.
cool, man. Dueling pianos are
Those
good
are
stuff.
fun. What time's that game start?
That's the gates open at 6. The game's at 7:05.
Okay. Because I mean, I need like a good dueling piano bar like around 1 a.m. You know, that's when it really
true.
fires up a little bit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It is on Friday. It's Red Shirt Friday, where the Jumbo Shrimp players will wear their red Bold City jerseys. Staff will also wear red.
Okay.
For every Friday home game this season to support the military, so that's cool.
Okay.
Got Friday night lights, meaning like Miller Lights. And
Go on.
And Friday night fireworks. Gotta love the fireworks. We heard the fireworks, by the way, from the fight.
We did.
The UFC fights.
And a lot of the workers were a little confused by what was happening.
Hey, we're wondering what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's the best seat over the house. How about this one? Select handful of lucky fans get to take in an inning of baseball from a hot air balloon on Friday.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah. See, I had a huge debate about hot air balloons one time. We don't have to go there right now, but I think they're pointless. Like, what do you do in a hot air balloon? So I just chill.
Sightsee.
Yeah. But just go on an airplane and look out the window.
Yeah, but you don't hover over a spot for long enough.
Yeah, for like 3 hours.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it has that thrill of adventure like we could go down.
I guess.
Sometimes they do.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, I guess to your point of view is like, why don't you just send a drone up and see what it looks like from up there now?
No, for sure. No, I mean, I'm saying like, I don't get the point of a hot air balloon because like you're literally up there for like 3-4 hours a pop and like you're not doing anything.
It's funny you say that though, but if you see a hot air balloon and you go out the front door and you're like, hey, there's a hot air balloon, or there's a couple of hot air balloons, it's like, that's kind of cool.
No,
like it's cool to see them.
Hot air balloons are fantastic. I'm saying being in one and riding one.
Yeah,
I'm all good.
I don't know if I've told the story before. We, in Albany, I think it was like our 5-year anniversary. Got Steph a hot air balloon ride.
Okay.
And so we go, and you got to go super early. I think you do, or at least this one we did. Mm-hmm. We're over there at like 5 in the morning.
Oof.
We got fogged out.
Why do you have to go so early?
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess I don't know if I just signed up for that.
It's like hunting.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to go early, but maybe the winds are down at that time. I have no idea. But fogged out. We got fogged out.
So you couldn't go?
So we couldn't go, and we never used it. We never did it.
Man.
So first of all, there's 2 lessons from that story. One, I got away with never spending any money for our 5th-year anniversary.
Yes.
Because we never went. And, 2, I guess I didn't miss much because you said they're pointless anyway.
Well, I mean, I've never been on a hot air balloon. I'm just saying from where I'm standing on the ground, they look boring.
Yeah. I have no desire now to go.
Yeah.
Either.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought I'd want to do it sometime.
I'm just like, what are you doing in there? Like, I mean, okay, I get it, you're sightseeing, but like it's like a 3 or 4 hour experience.
Yeah.
Seriously, what do you do?
All right, so which day are you going to?
Oh, dude, the Ray Charles thing all day.
Ray Charles bobblehead?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like the whole Miller Lite thing has my attention, but I just got some high life in the back corner here, so we're all good.
So the dueling pianos just aren't late enough for you.
No, dueling pianos would be like the most
cool.
entertaining, but like I need my dueling pianos when I'm like 10 beers deep and I'm inside like a dive bar and we're just going, I mean, it's...
Jackie Robinson Celebration Day at the Shrimp will be next Saturday, just to let you know as well. So plenty to go see. Plenty of promotions for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp on their next homestand, which will include Doug Peterson throwing out the first pitch on Tuesday night. You can listen to Shrimp games, including tonight, on ESPN 690. We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, 4 o'clock hour, and Shock Your Mock is coming up. If you're like me, you're getting a little older and, well, you can feel it. Sometimes you need that back adjusted, maybe a little bit of massage therapy as well. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center is the place I go. If you need a wellness consultation to even protect from injury, you can do all of that and more at 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations on the south side in St. Augustine and the newest location on the west side. If you've had a personal injury due to an accident, look up 904chiro.com. If you need massage therapy or an adjustment, just look up 904chiro.com.
Be yourself and bank your way at Community First. Get free checking with rewards, your paycheck deposited a day early, and free digital tools. Add an account at justbeyourself.com. Community First Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
It's where I take my family to play golf, and you can take yours as well. The Golf Club at Southampton. It's the home of the Action Sports Jacks Dream 18, and it can be your golf destination. Enjoy your golf experience by calling 287-PLAY, 287-PLAY. Play some golf, or maybe practice some golf at one of the newest facilities in the area. Grab some lunch or dinner, too. Southampton has it all. 287-PLAY for tee times and more. The Golf Club at Southampton, the home of the Dream 18, my home course. Make it your home course, too.
It's no secret that DIY security systems are a joke, and no self-respecting crook pays attention to them. Most police departments don't either. SafeTouch security systems are the most advanced systems offered, and this starts with every SafeTouch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. To start with, the SafeTouch yard sign. It represents the only guaranteed response in the industry. The next is the SafeTouch perimeter guard cameras using analytics and text video notification. You know before the crime actually happens. And there's 24/7 onboard video storage. But it doesn't stop there. SafeTouch's always-on feature means that if anyone tries to violate your area of protection, SafeTouch is notified before they even enter the house. It's called the Dome of Protection. If they're crazy enough to enter the home, SafeTouch's two-way communicator has them on an average of 11 seconds, eliminating the need for call verification and sending emergency help immediately. All this costs less than you think. Call for your free estimate and demonstration today. 888-723-8682. SafeTouch.com. State license number EF0000233.
This year, CGC Water Treatment is celebrating 75 years in business. Put their experience to work for you, like my family did. Discover how good your water can be with a new Connecticut softener and drinking water system. Connecticut's twin tank, non-electric softeners are the most efficient softeners available, and their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. That's clean water. If you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Call today and save hundreds on a new Kinetico system. Financing available with approved credit. And because the professionals at CGC Water are committed to being your go-to water experts, you can trust their master plumber with all your plumbing needs as well. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. I'm a proud customer of many years of CGC Water Treatment, and they are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Kinetico dealer.
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reports Mavericks guard Luka Doncic is out for Game 1 of the playoffs against the Jazz with a strained left calf. His status for Game 2 also causing concern. The 8 seeds in each conference will be settled tonight. A doubleheader on ESPN Radio starting at 7 Eastern with the Cavaliers and Hawks. Cleveland center Jared Allen will be a game-time decision trying to come back from a broken left middle finger. In the second game, Clippers and Pelicans, Clippers guard Paul George is out after testing positive for COVID-19. The conference quarterfinals tip off over the weekend. Sunday, the Celtics host the Nets. ESPN's Tim Legler doesn't think Ben Simmons will be much of a factor if he plays in this series for the Nets.
I can't see this guy playing more than 12 to 15 minutes, and out of those 12 to 15 minutes, are we talking about, 6, 8, 10 possessions that he matters defensively and not really giving him anything on the other end?
New Louisville basketball coach Kenny Payne hires former National Player of the Year Danny Manning as an assistant.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all of your car care needs. We're close, convenient, and known for our guaranteed everyday low prices and excellent customer service from professional parts people you can trust. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
Perseverance, humanity, faith, a guy who believed in himself. There are a lot of things that can come your way in life that create adversity and create, obstacles in your life. But, what Jackie was able to show, his adversity to show that all humans are created equal, and given the opportunity, we can do special, amazing, and great things.
I don't know who that was.
I'm trying to think.
You don't know. It was Cameron Maben.
Cameron Maben, is he doing some analyst work now?
I was going to say Cameron Maben.
Either that or they had him on today, one of the two, but It feels more analyst-y because I don't know why Cameron Maben's the first call, but hey, props to Cameron Maben. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
Should get him on our show.
Hey, do you remember Cameron Maben was supposed to be like all-world?
I do remember that, yeah.
I mean, he was really sought after, big-time prospect. And you know what's it? I don't think he was terrible, Casey.
Yeah.
Was he terrible?
No, I mean, he wasn't terrible, but when you're traded for Miguel Cabrera and you're not even an all-star, it's a problem.
So so he never made an all-star team, huh?
I don't think so. I mean, he was serviceable. I'm
looking at some of his numbers now. I mean, he played 15 years.
Yeah, it seemed like he was always out there. That was one thing about, some random team would come to the Trop when I had season tickets, and it was like, oh, Cameron Maben's here. Why? Angels or Astros or he just ended up somewhere, and Cameron Maben was always signing autographs. It was a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean he hit 254 in his career over those 15 years, and I'm trying to think look at his best year from a batting average standpoint. I mean, he hit 315 in 2016 in 94 games, so that was good. Home run wise, well, he wasn't a home run guy necessarily, but he was at 10, 11 home runs a couple times. He was a stolen base guy, stole 40 in 2011. That might have been his best year. Had 137 games, 24 doubles, 9 homers, 40 ribbies, 40 stolen bases, 44 walks, 264 average. That's a pretty good year.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I'm telling you, I just remember him being like, I'm trying to think, like, if you think of today, like Wander Franco.
Yeah.
You don't think Cameron Maybin was, like, as coveted?
So it's hard to, like, in terms of that, because when that was all happening, it was, like, 2004, 2005. So, like, it's hard for me to put a, like, name on that. The first one I remember is Alex Gordon that was in that category.
That's a good call.
I know,
Kansas City, right?
Yeah, Kansas City. Maybin, I remember Maybin being coveted because he was the big piece going back for Miguel Cabrera from Detroit to Miami. And
yeah, well, that's a good. I mean, that's the trivia question, probably, right?
Yeah,
he's more of a trivia question than people will remember him for his career.
Absolutely,
which is never that fun. We're gonna get Shock Your Mock in a moment, but I wanted to ask you guys this in our last little. We're talking some baseball. Mm-hmm. Nolan Ryan documentary coming out. Go look at the trailer if you haven't seen it. It looks really good.
I like it.
I mean, it looks really, really good. So I think it'll be a fascinating look at Nolan Ryan. Does Nolan Ryan do anything to you guys, or are you guys kind of too young?
I think I'm too young. I mean, like, I know of him, and I think I kind of caught him at the last glimpse, but I feel like I'm a little too young.
Casey, then that would make you definitely young, but I would say you're also a little bit more, maybe from a baseball standpoint, you might look up some of that, watch some of the old stuff, see some of the YouTube stuff, see some of the records. I don't know.
Yeah.
Does he do anything for you?
I mean, like, just it's one of those things where it's like I was told he was good. Obviously, I was too young, but my Nolan Ryan like memory has nothing to do with him playing. One year, the Rays played the Rangers in like the first round of the playoffs, and the Rays got wiped. But after the game, I was outside trying to get autographs, and like 3 black SUVs pulled up outside where like the visitors are, and like it looked like a Secret Service type thing. So I thought it was George Bush. 100%, because, you know, he's a Rangers fan.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, this is definitely going to be George Bush. And it was Nolan Ryan, and I got his autograph or whatever. So that's the memory I have of Nolan Ryan. Actually, as a baseball player, none, obviously.
Well, yeah, and that makes sense. But, I mean, Nolan Ryan's 75 years old? Holy cow. Wow, I did not realize Nolan Ryan was 75 years old.
Is he the biggest Astro of all time?
Yeah.
Or like yeah.
I mean, I say that
bigger
with
than Bagwell. Yeah.
I mean,
because I remember like coming up with Bagwell as a kid.
Yeah, I think he's definitely bigger than Bagwell. But okay. I get what you're saying, but he's definitely bigger than Bagwell.
Okay.
I think what you can I think what this documentary does is it almost makes the case like he's one of the biggest Texans of all time. I'm not talking Houston Texans. I'm saying Texans figures. And to Casey's point,
yeah,
some presidents have come out of there.
For sure.
And I think I hesitate to say he's bigger than presidents.
Okay.
But that will give you an idea of like this larger than a life mythical kind of guy that Nolan Ryan was coming out of Texas. Like I would love see we live in like these two different it's like before social media and after social media. And you go like it's hard to really fully understand, I think, like how big Nolan Ryan was. Even for me, Nolan Ryan, I was on the back end when I really understood it all in my age, but it was more of like a baseball card phenomenon for me. And then you were seeing all the stuff. And then we went into he's still pitching into his 40s and all that. But I would just imagine like in that 20-year span, how big Nolan Ryan was that you would think if social media was around, it would have been like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like this is something that doesn't exist. And the other thing about it now is people like you know how we look at Aaron Judge and like Giancarlo Stanton in terms of their stature? Well, that's what Nolan Ryan was. I mean, this guy was like a mountain of a man. He was so much bigger than everybody else. And of course, his 102 miles or 104 mile an hour fastballs was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Now everybody's throwing it.
Yeah.
So it is.
Do you think he's that much bigger than Bagwell is?
I do.
Because I'm looking up, okay.
I mean, listen, I could be wrong. I just do. I mean, I do.
Okay.
And I will tell you this, too. He was kind of in an era where baseball was king.
Sure.
Or at least more king. So that helps.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now you're asking me from a Houston standpoint.
I'm saying,
is Bagwell big? Absolutely.
No, I'm saying who the most important Houston Astro is of all time.
I don't. I can't imagine it's close.
Okay. Because somebody won more MVPs, or not MVPs, more All-Star accolades than Nolan Ryan did.
How many
Houston Astro.
How many did Bagwell have?
So Bagwell as an Astro went to 4 All-Star games, and he won the MVP. Nolan Ryan...
Yeah, Nolan went to 8, but not all with it.
2 All-Star teams.
Yeah, right, that's the argument, right? Because he left.
Because he left. He was with multiple teams. Won the World Series in '69, I think, with the Mets.
And then Biggio could be in there.
Yeah, Biggio.
Well, and I know, that's what I was thinking too. But I don't know. Now I want to know. Now I'm gonna ask somebody, but I can't imagine those 8 years even. I don't even know what he did in the 8 years exactly. Would you say he went to a couple of them?
Who's that?
Nolan Ryan. He went to a couple All-Star games?
He went to 2. He went to 2 as a Houston Astro.
He did get his number retired by Houston. He's got his number retired by the Angels, the Astros, and the Rangers.
Impressive.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So, anyway, there's a documentary coming out. I think it'll be fascinating. That will be a fun watch if you don't really know how big Nolan Ryan was. And I think there's a whole generation of people that don't. I honestly didn't realize he was already 75 years old. I did not realize that. He played forever. And he bridged generations. He would have played in, I guess he would have played in 4 decades, right? 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. My guess is he probably threw no-hitters in all 4 decades. So he threw 7 of them.
That's wild.
7 no-hitters.
By the way, with Houston, 106 and 94 with a 3.13 ERA.
But you know what's crazy about that? Is his whole life was like that. Like his whole career was like that. He doesn't have these enormous numbers of 21 and 2, right, with a 1.42 ERA. That's not who he really doesn't. I said to you guys in the break, I was like, it's kind of, if you look up his numbers, it's almost like Terry Bradshaw looking up his numbers. Like Bradshaw and his fame and his Super Bowls and what he did, the Steelers and how you associate him, and then TV and then all this other stuff. You'd think his touchdown to interception ratio, his record or his yards, all this stuff would be like Brady-esque, Manning-esque, Favre-esque. It's not.
Yeah.
It's very ho-hum.
Yeah.
Part of that, the generation he played in, but he was clutch.
Yeah.
And I think Nolan Ryan, his stature was so big, plus the 7 no-hitters, plus the 5,700 strikeouts. Just think about this. 5,700 strikeouts from Nolan Ryan. We just talked about Clayton Kershaw maybe being the best pitcher of all time. He's got 2,600.
Yeah. It's wild.
Nolan Ryan has 3,000 more strikeouts than Clayton Kershaw.
It's insane.
That's pretty wild, right?
It's quite the resume.
Yeah, we're going to get Shock Your Mock. Let's do it right now. What do you say?
Okay, hit the button, man. Let's go.
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever.
I am shocked and appalled.
I am shocked and chagrined, mortified and stupefied.
So you're trying to play GM and you started a mock. So I go to my boy Money Martin, we pop in the trunk. We tell the mother, gonna shock your mock, 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 gonna shock your mock. Gonna shock your mock.
A special Friday edition of Shock Your Mock. We don't take breaks off for anybody. We don't have any feet in the parking lot quite yet. Today's Shock Your Mock. Does. Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, because it's Easter weekend and everything like that. You guys got any Easter plans? You guys going on any Easter egg hunts?
No, you doing the Easter egg hunt?
Any family? I think we'll probably find one to get our hands on. Make sure Rones gets at least 20 eggs.
I'm hopeful.
Taking no prisoners.
Ty and Kaylee turned 17 today, so
I'm
hopeful that
Happy birthday, guys.
I'm hopeful we don't have to go Easter egg hunting.
No, for sure. But,
but you never know. You never know.
I'm just saying they're not paying me money, so I'm not going to talk about it. But there is adult Easter egg hunts in Jacksonville Beach, and the prizes are good. Oh yeah,
really?
Yeah. It's a yearly thing.
Okay.
I don't need to say where it is, though. You can figure it out. All right, so check this out. So today we got the real Sean Doty. The real Sean Doty, as opposed to the fake one that we always talk about. His profile picture, I do like it. He's got 2 adorable dogs, so it's hard to rip somebody when you got just 2. I mean, if it was cats all day, it's going to be the worst Shock Your Mock ever. But when you got two dogs, man, it's really hard to go against you here, Sean. I appreciate what you did. You're trying to get the sympathy vote for me with those dogs, but it is what it is, man. I'm an equal opportunity roaster. And then for his Twitter cover photo, he's got "Scared money don't make money," which is, I guess, the official new quote now of the Florida Gators. I mean, is that what it is?
Yeah, I guess.
That's what their coach brought to the table.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't heard that since, I don't know, the 50 Cent album back in Get Rich or Die Trying. I thought he rapped about it.
Bro.
Oh, you're not happy with that, Casey?
Because they're not going to make money. They're not going to make any money. They suck.
They can make money in NILs.
That is true.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a player's thing.
So go and put yourself out there, man. Get on that OnlyFans. Do what you got to do. Go get some money. Get some extra money. All right, cool. Yeah, man, why not? So let's get into it, man. Shock your mock. Lot to like, lot to hate. Let's get into it. Pick number 1. Needs no introduction, needs no finish. It's Aiden Hutchinson, okay? Once again, looking super aggressive in his picture. You know, like, I'm not sure who's responsible for this mock draft here, if this is PFF, if this was one of the other ones, AWS, AM, whatever.
AWS went out of business, we think.
Oh, did it? That's right. Yeah, Chris Collinsworth. Condolences. But with that being said, Aiden Hutchinson, number 1, we like it. Set aside from the rumors out there that it might not be Aiden Hutchinson. You know, if you're into Jags Twitter, they might be telling you something differently. I'm telling you, Aiden Hutchinson's number 1, A-plus pick. So be it. Let's move on with our lives. Pick number 2. Now we get interesting, right? We've seen Nakobe Dean a lot at this pick. But I don't see Nakobe Dean lasting this long. I think Nakobe Dean's the best linebacker in this class, set aside from what the height would say at 6 foot. We call them Charmander, okay? Well, maybe he can evolve into a Charizard. But now we got maybe a Blastoise, Casey? Maybe we got a Blastoise in Leo Chanel. And if you want to put them toe-to-toe, Blastoise always beats Charizard. That's a rule.
That is fact.
So Leo Chanel, whatever the case may be, pick number 33 out of the hometown of Wisconsin. You know what we call him, Brent? You should know what we call him by now. You know what we call him?
A Badger.
I mean, he is a Badger. He is a Badger, but you know what we call him? Call him the Godfather of Grantsburg.
Oh.
That's where he's from, Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Population of, like, I think it's smaller than Iola, I believe, which is super impressive. Leo Chanel, middle linebacker, prototypical Wisconsin linebacker, smart, versatile, high IQ, has a 40-inch vertical. That's ridiculous. Yeah, there's a lot to like about Leo Chanel.
Athletic linebacker.
I think you can make an argument that he might be the second best linebacker in this class, set aside from Nakobe Dean. I think of what you get on paper in terms of where you can put him. He can play multiple defenses. He can make the calls if he has to, even though if he comes to Jacksonville. I don't see him making the calls. I like this pick a lot. In case you know what we say, it's a draft need alert, so let's go and hit that draft need button. And we move on. Pick number 65. And I guess I might be the outlier here, and I guess I might be the minority because I've seen this pick a lot from experts and fans alike. Everyone loves Justin Ross. And I don't know if it's more of Trevor Lawrence kind of getting his shine and saying, hey, I'm going to pull a Joe Burrow and get my guy in Justin Ross. That's great. Not sure if there's more of a Trent Baalke pick because, once again, Trent Baalke Blue Light Special, spinal surgery. Spinal surgeries make me nervous, okay? And they should make anybody nervous. Anytime we're talking about vertebrae and nerves and things like that, yeah, I get a little worried. And at pick number 65, I get extra worried because this is supposed to be the guy that's going to come in and be the difference maker, and I'm not sure if he is. If he can reclaim what he was before he got hurt, then absolutely. Mwah, chef's kiss. What a bargain at pick number 65. But we don't know that. It's the uncertainty. Spinal surgeries make me nervous, Brent. They should make you nervous as well.
Spinal surgeries are nerve-wracking.
Okay, thank you very much. Pick number 7, let's go to Dylan Parham. Hey, Casey, you know what time it is? It's time for your Dylan Parham fun fact of the day.
That's a good one, isn't there?
What do you got for us?
Is this a girth one?
What do you got for us, man?
Here's what I got for you. This is the most boring human on the planet, but
he doesn't have Twitter, right?
This is the Pat Frymuth over again.
He's Twitterless, but what I can tell you is via his Instagram, 24 hours ago at this exact moment.
Go on.
What's his name? Dylan Parham.
That's correct.
Was outside TIAA Bank Field.
Oh, he made a visit.
Dylan Parham confirmed to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Wow. So that's the fact of the day. He was in Jacksonville yesterday at this exact time.
We've got interest in Dylan.
All right, and we should. I mean, the guy plays aggressive. He plays, with that. He eats gravel. All those adjectives that you describe. He eats his cereal with gravel and skim milk. Or I guess whole milk would be more manly than skim milk. Skim milk's for the wusses. Whole milk is for the men out there. Shout out to whole milk. But when we talk about Dylan Parham, we got to go with the scouts said. Casey, get a button ready. The scouts have said that he seems small mass-wise, but he's actually big-boned. Hit the button, Casey.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I love the young people.
I don't know how many times we got to say it, but it's impossible to be small of mass and then be big-boned. So just go and pick one. Either he's big-boned or he's tiny. And by the way, I've seen pictures of the guy. He's not a small dude by any means, all right? He checks all the boxes. So I'm not sure where the small mass comes in. I'm not sure if he has, like, small fingers or he's got small wrists or he's got small, like, pinky toes or something like that. And that's the mass that's getting talked about here. But as far as what I see on film, in pictures, he's big, okay?
Big guy.
Let's put it at that. He's big. He's a guard, and he's probably going to go in the third round. Yeah, you better be big. You're not going to be small. Pick number 106. Let's go to, back-to-back. Kellen Dees. Kellen Dees out of Arizona State. We broke him down yesterday in case you missed the show. Dees is what we say back in Wisconsin. When something goes your way, when a friend helps you out, you give him a Dees. It's not just one. Friday. It's not just two. It's not four. It's not four. It's three. Dees. So Kellen Dees, 6'7", 300 pounds, a little undersized. And this, I can actually agree with it when the scouts say this. He is a little leaner. Right now, I hear 300 pounds. The guy's big. Yeah, but he's also tall and lanky at 6'7", right? Kind of looks like the Joker a little bit when he plays for
Stilts.
Stilts. Kind of looks like the Joker when he plays the Denver Nuggets a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No, he's an MVP. So we can get, Dees in here, and he can be an all-pro. I'm not mad at it. Ran a 4.89 at the NFL Combine. Said it yesterday. NFL comparison is Charlie Heck. I like the Jacksonville, little intrigue there. Athletic, but has to put some more weight on. Simple as that with Kellen Dees.
Shake.
Pick 157. Casey, I don't know if you have a new button ready, but we might need a new button for that. And that's okay because I just found this out a couple minutes ago, actually. Because I was doing my homework, during the show because, it's Friday. Noah Ellis, 6'4", 346 pounds, Iowa Vandals interior defensive lineman. I don't know why they put DL on there. It should just say NT for nose tackle because you aren't playing anything else. Don't put defensive lineman. Just put nose tackle. He's not going to go out wide and play like a wide 9 at 346 pounds. Care to take a guess what this dude ran the 40-yard dashing?
5.12.
5.12. Casey, care to take a guess what this guy ran the 40-yard dashing?
5.3 flat.
Do not adjust your headsets, ladies and gentlemen. Do not adjust your dials. This guy ran a 5.66.
That's terrible.
A 5.66.
He's 346 pounds.
That's terrible.
A 5'6". I don't care if he's
a space eater.
I don't care if he's on my 600-pound life on TLC. That guy is still running at least a 5'4". Like, you're not running around a 5'6". That's
He's got
slow,
sand
Brett.
in his pants.
That's extremely slow. Long story short, guess what this guy does? He eats space, right? Because when you run a 5'6", you're not really leaning anywhere, so you're eating a lot of stuff and you're eating space. Enough said. Let's go on to the next one. Pick 180. Sterling Weatherford.
Eating potatoes.
Now, when you think of Sterling Weatherford and you think of the Miami football team, no, not Miami in terms of, South Florida. I'm talking Miami, Ohio. You think of some great football players.
Let's be honest. Which one's been better recently?
Yeah, that's a good point. But you think of great football players from Miami, Ohio. You think of Ben Roethlisberger. You think Ben Roethlisberger. So we got Sterling Weatherford here, and now, hey, and I'm making Miami, Ohio jokes, and it's all fun and games, but you better start taking my boys seriously. Check this dude out. This guy weighed in at 225 pounds, 6'4". You know what he ran a 40-yard dashing? 4.59. And this guy, by the way, is a safety. He's not a linebacker. He's not a defensive end. This guy is playing safety at 6'4", 225, ran a 4.59.
We got athleticism.
And spoiler alert, the scout said, well, he's a safety, but he's built like a linebacker. Oh, yeah, no kidding, because he's 6'4", 2. So, wow, groundbreaking news from the scouts there. Didn't really find a lot about his combine. I don't think he even really went to the combine. This is more of the pro day numbers. But needless to say, taking a risk at him at pick 180 as a safety, this could be the best pick of the draft, I think. I mean, Hutchinson is safe. Kellen Dees, we'll see. Parham we like a lot. But this guy could be underrated. This guy could be a star. He has the size. He has the intangibles. He has the speed. Now match it with the IQ. you might have something
especially in the 6th round.
Yep.
One of the 436 6th-round picks that Jags have this year.
So we go from an impressive 40-yard dash to an impressive sundial because we had Hussein Haskins again when he ran a, what was it, 4.79 whatever it was yesterday.
4.77.
4.77 yesterday. I don't know how the guy got first team all Big Ten over these Wisconsin ballers that we always see at the running back position, but somehow he did. I guess it was more of a testament to how good Michigan was this year as a football team, how the playoffs end up for you. But nevertheless, Hussein Haskins is a guy that is a lot like James Robinson, is a bruiser between the tackles, can't do a lick in the receiving game, but as far as a goal line back or a guy that maybe you need in a crunch, he can provide that. But some scouts think that he's an outside chance to even make a roster. Pick 188, running back depth, I'm not too mad at it. Pick 197.
Speed.
Pick 197. Hey, yeah, Casey, I mean, get the speed button. 4.2840. We're talking about Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor, everybody.
Speed. I am speed.
Dude ran a 4.28. 6'3", 182. Now, skinny. 6'3", 182. Tiny. All right? Built like, I don't know. Give me someone skinny. Casey, got
Kevin Durant.
Oh, good comparison. I was going to say like SpongeBob or something. SpongeBob is kind of wide, but he's got the small legs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Built like Plankton when Plankton got bigger. Remember like the episode where he got bigger?
Yes.
Yeah. He's built like Plankton for that one episode. But anyways, Tyquan Thornton, he's a track guy, right? He ran the 100-meter dash in college, had some success.
It's great.
A lot
put
of
them on the
intrigue.
video boards and watch and gather around.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll win a gold medal.
There's a lot of intrigue here with Tyquan Thornton. Can he stay healthy, though? He is undersized, obviously. You have to use him sparingly, kind of like you used Agnew last year until Agnew was like the best receiver on the team, and you said, here's 20 targets a game. Don't get hurt. Well, we saw what happened with that. I will say this, though, and this is the one complaint that I have with Tyquan Thornton. It's nothing that Tyquan Thornton did. This is more back to the scouts again, more specifically Lance Zierlein. When you go to player comparisons, and I get, like, sometimes, it's Friday. We like to just kind of ring it in a little bit and just kind of have our feet in the parking lot. But when you go to player comparisons, and I see for Tyquan Thornton, and the player comparison is Tyquan Underwood, did you really compare the player, or did you just really see, you know what, his name's Tyquan? I don't care, man. It's late. This guy's going in the 6th round. Who really cares? Who reads these things besides Austin Lane for Shock Your Mock? Let's just say, let's compare him to Tyquan Underwood and go on with our lives. I played with Tyquan.
You played with him,
yeah.
right?
No. I don't think Tyquan Underwood won a 100-meter dash in college. Did he?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe I stand corrected. At Rutgers? Were they even running track and field at Rutgers?
Maybe.
Is he from Rutgers?
I think he is.
Yeah. I'm a good teammate.
Do you know the what's the note of Tyquan Underwood's career?
His hair?
Nope. But his hair's pretty cool.
His hair is the best. I don't know.
Tyquan Underwood ring a bell to you at all, Casey?
No.
I mean, I played with him. I feel like I should know.
Isn't he the guy that Bill Belichick cut on the eve of the Super Bowl?
Oh, was he? I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay.
Either eve of or morning of or something like that. They released him.
Really? Ouch.
Like they made a move on like the weekend of the Super Bowl. And
did he get a
Tyquan
ring, though? I think but he still got a ring, right?
I think he ended up doing that. I got to look up that story, but I'm pretty sure it was Tyquan Underwood.
Okay.
Who got cut like on the eve of the Super Bowl.
Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, not a bad pick. It's a risky pick, but, hey, I pick 197. Let's go ahead and get nuts. Hey, Sean, Doty, Duty, whatever your name is, we really go downhill after this. Pick 198, Georgia, Edge, Adam Anderson. Hey, no. Next pick. And that's what I'm going to say is no, okay? I don't got to explain why. You should know why. No. You don't do what you did and then become a Jacksonville Jaguar. No. Pick 222, Brad Hawkins out of Michigan. I don't like all these Michigan Wolverines all of a sudden come out of nowhere. Like the Michigan Wolverines did something this year. Oh, you go to the college football playoffs. We're supposed to be impressed. All right, so check this out. Brad Hawkins, safety, Michigan. Didn't make the cut in the News Centennial Open presented by Pilot back in 2017 because when I typed in Brad Hawkins, some stupid golfer came up and that was it. And that was the last thing I read about that golfer was that he didn't, and I repeat myself, did not make the cut in the News Centennial Open presented by Pilot back in 2017. So use that information how you want it, everybody. I don't think he should be here if he's getting cut by the Centennial Open. Just my thoughts. I think we're good at safety depth now with Sterling Weatherford. Brad Hawkins can kick rocks. And then last but not least, we got Aaron Hansford out of Texas A&M at pick 235, linebacker, special teams, dude. Depth purposes, going to try to make the team.
Well, there you go. How about that?
There you go.
So anyway, just to double back on that,
Yes.
Taekwon Underwood, cut the day before the Super Bowl in 2012, signed back on the Monday after.
So why would you sign back?
Who do they sign in his place?
I don't know.
I mean, that'd be like something that happened, right?
Well, the story is nobody really, like his agent, maybe something has come out since, but in the article I was just reading, his agent had no reason, that was never given a reason why he was cut. and Underwood actually made a great name, and you would know this from playing with him. He's a good dude.
Oh,
and
he's awesome.
He actually went on Twitter while everybody else was like, are you kidding me? They cut him on the eve of the Super Bowl? How wrong is that?
Yeah.
And he was like, he put it in perspective, also wished the Patriots luck, got a lot of love for that. And I am reading now he got normal Super Bowl pay, and he ended up getting a ring as well.
Good for him, then. I mean, still kind of sucks, obviously.
You can celebrate, but
Was that the New Orleans? Wait, no, that was New Orleans.
It was Tampa.
Okay.
I think it was Tampa, so I don't know which one that would have been.
And I think Underwood now is coaching, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty well in the coaching ranks, in the collegiate ranks.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so, hey, shout out to Taekwon Underwood, by the way.
Yeah, good little mention for Taekwon Underwood.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That is, by the way, you're right. The comps are crazy.
It's ridiculous sometimes.
Like,
hey.
Give me like if I'm a fan, right, and my team is going to like maybe get this guy, with all
Trevon
due
Walker,
respect,
Rashawn Gary?
with all due respect to Taekwon Underwood, give me somebody that like I get excited about.
Trevon Walker, I told you.
Yeah,
Rashawn Gary. Yeah,
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, well, what more do you? Are you though?
No.
Okay,
but better than probably like being compared to, with all due respect.
I mean, no. If you want me to compare that dude, I mean, is there really any comparison though?
The Trevon Walker?
I mean, no, the receiver.
I
mean, Taekwon.
I mean, Usain Bolt.
I mean, I guess you could say like John Ross.
Yeah, fast.
But how did that turn out?
Yeah, well, probably how the way it's going to turn out for this track star.
Oh, wow. Hey, now, Brent, we're cheering for him. He's coming to the Jaguars, remember? He's coming in the later rounds.
That is Shock Your Mock on a Friday. We'll be back, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, heading into a weekend.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly cloudy skies as we head through your Friday. A few afternoon thunderstorms developing and pressing inland. Highs in the 70s at the coast, low to mid-80s inland. Partly to mostly cloudy this evening. Overnight, we drop down to the mid-60s. From the Action News Jack's First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Garrett Beadenball.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds. Don't miss the buy one, get one free on wedding band event going on now through April 24th.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. It means that when you hire us, you get a legal army. When it comes to law, size matters. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
We teamed up with Shady Rays Sunglasses, and it's been awesome. Jump in the fun at shadyrays.com. Put in promo code BRENT, B-R-E-N-T, for 50% off 2 pair of shades. shadyrays.com. Head into summer in style on beach days, fishing days, golf days, every days. Perfect price, look great, and how about this? If you lose or break your Shady Rays, no problem. You'll get another pair. It's an insane lost and broken protection plan. Style, fit, performance just for you. ShadyRays.com. Promo code BRENT for 50% off 2 or more pair of Shady Rays.
ESPN 690 is home for the Florida Sportsman Fishing Show hosted by Captain Rick Riles. Tune in every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. to find out what's biting now. Fishing so fresh, you can almost smell it.
You're the one who protects the flock, and that requires an eye for detail. Because when safety and well-being are on the line, it's the details that can save lives. Even when no one else is watching, you see everything. Grainger gets you, and we're here for you, and all the ones who get it done with a wide range of safety products and solutions, plus board-certified safety consultants here to answer your questions. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spring savings are popping at Beards Diamonds.
Going on now. Buy one, get one. It's back at Beards.
No other jewelry store in North Florida can match it.
Buy any band and get the other band free.
Yes, it's a buy one, get one free on wedding bands. Going on now. And only at Beards Diamonds.
Beards has brought in cases of inventory with the latest styles from the hottest designers just for the sale.
It's the largest selection of men's and women's wedding bands in North Florida.
You can save thousands.
Buy any wedding band and get the other band free.
Free.
Going on now and only at Beards Diamonds.
If you're getting married soon or want to upgrade your wedding bands, now is the time during Beards Buy One, Get One sale.
Going on now. No other jewelry store in North Florida can match it.
Get the lowest prices in Jacksonville, guaranteed, at Beards Diamonds.
At the St. John's Town Center or at beardsdiamonds.com.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BEND for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code BEND. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BEND for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code BEND for a $5 bonus.
Making an impact. Sponsored by Grainger. In 1984, Peter Westbrook became the first African-American man to win an Olympic medal in fencing. Since then, he's been working to make the sport more inclusive.
So what I wanted to do is expose this sport to other African-Americans. That's why we started the Peter Westbrook Foundation.
For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, backed by 24/7 support and access to product experts. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
You can unlock more cash than you realize from your home's equity with a cash-out refinance today. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. And with Rocket Mortgage, you can unlock thousands in less than 3 weeks. But you've got to act right now before rates go up. So when you're looking to unlock the cash in your home, Rocket can. Call 833-8ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started.
Rates current as of 12/12/21. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS Consumer Access.org. Number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
Let's add a little red right there. Hey, we'll be right with you.
For Bianca's flower shop, spring orders and Mother's Day are a tricky arrangement.
Hey, can I get help repotting this fiddle leaf?
She needs to put the pedal to the metal and find more florists.
What? We're running low on daisies. How does that even happen?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good, really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Koala, koala, koala insulation.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Don't let the milder temperatures lull you into complacency. Fuel prices will continue to rise, as will your utility bills. Call us today and take advantage of our fall prices. We don't quote over the phone or just poke our heads up in your attic. We do a full evaluation to include attic ventilation needs as well as insulation.
Give us a call at 904-679-6282 or online at koalainsulation.com.
Paid for by GovMint.com.
Have you heard? The United States Mint has issued the Morgan Silver Dollar for the first time in 100 years. Not only that, but they are also minted in 99.9% pure silver for the first time ever in history. Coin experts are calling this an amazing opportunity for anyone that knows the enduring popularity of Morgans. But you must hurry. Only 175,000 legal tender silver dollars were issued. These Morgan Silver Dollars are brand new, bright and shiny legal tender coins minted by the iconic Philadelphia Mint. Just call 1-800-221-1215 and you are guaranteed a new 99.9% pure silver Morgan dollar. The first time in history this has happened. But with limited quantities, you must call now to order. To learn more, call 1-800-221-1215. If you order now, you will receive a free collector bonus, a $25 value free with every order. Call 1-800-221-1215 now to secure your new Morgan Silver Dollars before they are gone. That's 1-800-221-1215.
I'm Action News Jack's First Alert meteorologist Garrett Biedenball. Weather here is unique. It can be bright and sunny one minute and then a downpour the next. That's why mornings are when you need us the most. So you can plan your day, no matter if you're getting ready to go to work or working from your living room, getting the kids ready for school or ready for lunchtime. I'm on TV explaining how weather is going to affect your day and night ahead, so you're prepared for anything. I'll get you ready on Action News Jax this morning.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Austin Lane from Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690. Smart speakers are becoming part of everyday life, so why not use it to listen to the radio? Tell Alexa, Google Home, or any other speaker to play ESPN 690. Give it a shot weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
For a guy that's dealt with mental issues coming from Philly, why would you even try to build up momentum that now you're going to let him play and create more anticipation about that? Why just not be tight-lipped and not say anything to anybody and let it just come out of nowhere? If you're up 2-0, I get it. If you want to dabble with it, fine. But if it's 2-2, you're telling me you're trying to bring Ben Simmons back and try to figure out what your chemistry is with that on his first national scene when the guy has a hard time taking shots in the fourth quarter down the stretch of Philadelphia, and now you're saying, welcome back to your first experience with the Nets, Ben, in the playoffs. That just sounds stupid to me, Key.
That's Jay Williams. We're looking for the bongo for NBA Slam Poetry. It was under the shrimp hat.
I didn't put it there.
I don't wear shrimp hat, by the way. You would think I would have just got given the shrimp hat. Since we're the home of the shrimp.
Yeah.
No joke, by the way. This sucker was $36.
Really? Yeah. I mean, it's a nice looking hat.
I thought it would look good around here. A couple years back.
What size you rocking? You know the hat size off the top of the dome?
7 1/8.
7 1/8?
I don't know. I probably tried it on. I don't wear fitted hats very often.
Okay, I got you. Casey, what size you got?
I haven't bought a fitted hat in a minute, but it used to be 7 5/8.
Okay.
When fitted hats came out, man, that would have been when I was like 12, 13 years old. Really?
Oh, yeah. But they don't make them 8 1/2 in stores.
They don't?
You got to get custom.
I had a hard time finding 5/8.
Yeah.
I remember that being like a cool thing when the fitted hats came out.
Oh, yeah.
That you could like just buy them anywhere.
Yep.
I don't know if at that point like you could get them on your baseball team or not or whatever, but I just remember it being a thing.
Yeah.
And now, like, I don't feel like I've bought a fitted hat in 20 years, but
yeah, it went away. The snapbacks came back. That's what happened.
So is that what happened? They came back?
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Yeah. And then, of course, we always talk about the flat bills.
Yeah.
You're a flat bill guy. You're a young guy, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
You're not a hat guy, so
I'm not a hat.
Well, I mean, yeah, I used to wear hats a lot.
I do enjoy the flat bill.
Hate the flat bill.
Oh, spoken like a true old.
Right, honestly.
Yeah. Spoken like a true old, Brent.
I used to.
No, I'm saying the olds don't like the flat bills.
I don't.
Yeah.
I admit it. That's get off my lawner.
Yeah, it's the olds. It's all right.
I used to keep it straight, like my baseball playing hats that weren't supposed to be flat. I'd like put them under heavy things to make sure they were flat.
So when I played in freshman year, I had the flat bill because I had a giant afro, and then I had the flat bill over it. Oh, dude, I was rocking it, man.
Who made we were talking about Cam Newton not making the neckerchief. Neckerchief. Yeah.
Neckerchief's good. We'll allow that.
Popular. Who made the flat bill popular?
Dontrell Willis?
That's not a bad call.
That's a good call.
The D-Train?
You might have. That's a good call.
Dude, that's some swag.
You know, I mean, because
I was a fan, man.
Because Fernando Rodney made the
sideways. That's what I was going to say. I used to wear my hat sideways, because of Fernando Rodney.
You did? Oh, you're a Rays fan, and he was good with the Rays,
100%. That was like 2013, 14-ish.
Yeah, that's somewhat new.
He had a flat bill, for those that don't know, his flat bill hat, but then it was like on the side of his head, and it got to a point where literally his hat was on sideways, and the whole bill was facing left.
Yeah.
And his whole head was facing the right way.
There's like a major problem in like youth baseball where now the kids have so much hair and can't keep the hat on. Mm-hmm. And so every time the kid pitches, his hat falls off.
Yeah.
And it's like,
been there.
Dude, like it gets like so annoying that it's to me at least that I think they should issue like a ball.
Oh, Brent, come on.
It's so dumb. Just get the damn hat on.
Fun
Keep
down.
the hat on.
That's a piss poor take.
It's
come on,
awful.
Brent. You're shutting fun down, man.
I mean, every time the kid throws.
Well, yeah, because he's got a full crop of hair.
I mean, the guys throw harder in the big leagues. They can keep their hat on.
Well, then just get him a bigger
better
hat.
material hats.
Yeah, get him a
they're
bigger
making sure
hat.
they stay on.
Oh, it's so bad.
You get what you're handed
This
out
kid's
on day
mowing
one
lawns
of
to try to
practice.
pay, try to pay for college. Lawns,
sure.
Do kids still mow lawns? Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of landscaping going on, I guess. There's a lot of landscaping
I feel like everybody has a landscape company. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of them. Well, it's year-round. Wisconsin's like half the year.
And by the way, landscaping companies, I think I've discussed this before, but every time I see one, I think of it, they usually have like the best names.
True.
They're the best named companies. They're the most creative.
Yeah, the one I worked for, it was Consolidated. That's not really unique.
That's not good.
No, but it was a big landscaping company. Hardest job I ever had. Taught me about work ethic. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I worked 12 hours a day.
Had a baby.
In the summertime. Yeah. Heat sucked.
Heat sucked.
Wasn't fun.
Hey, a little NBA slam poetry time or what?
Shall we, gentlemen?
You found the bongo?
We
got on hats from the bongo.
I waited for Casey to play a song because we had an intro for slam poetry. Oh, yeah, that's right. That was Shock Your Mock. Sorry.
There's got to be a Chandler Morgan mention.
Got a Chandler Morgan mention? No.
It's good. I won't tweet at her so she's not disappointed.
Hey, I mean, you're the one that brought her up, not me this time. Make sure this thing's in tune. Casey, lighting is just, ooh. I don't know if it's like, okay, that's what it is. It's the cloud coverage in the sky with the cumulonimbus moving in, and then you got the lights in here. Looks fantastic. No, cumulonimbus, Casey, you know what cumulonimbus is? It's rain clouds.
Oh, okay.
Read a book, huh?
Maybe.
No, I think it's cumulonimbus.
Listen to Mike Borish.
No, the only reason I know about cumulonimbus clouds is because Dragon Ball Z, when Goku would ride around the cloud, it was his name was Nimbus. And it represented Cumulonimbus, so there you go. There's a little anime fun fact.
I knew there had to be something else.
Out of curiosity, did you buy like the 40-pack of sushi today?
Yeah, man.
I mean, because the sushi trade never ended over here.
Oh, yeah. So so Fridays they have a special at this one place that I get it from. And, I had about
like 3 trays worth.
I would say 15 to 1,600 calories worth of sushi. And I'm going to be hungry, in like another hour because that's how sushi does it. But, oh, yeah, it was good.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of cream cheese. I had way too much cream cheese today.
Okay.
So I'm going to be a little... cream cheese sushi, man. Philadelphia rolls, dude.
I don't like sushi.
You don't?
Have you ever had it?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we've done this.
We have done this before. We have done. Yeah, but we had established was it cooked or not? Was it the raw stuff?
Isn't that what sushi raw?
No.
Yes.
Okay. No, because sushi can be cooked or fried.
We've done this.
Yeah. Okay. We have done that. Okay. A little deja vu, everybody.
I like sushi.
All right. Sushi's the fantastic. All right. You guys ready for this? Slam Poetry Tournament Edition. We reach a new heights. We'll call it a space station. Imagine thinking that LeBron is the greatest. What type of GOAT takes the postseason off just to have an extended vacation? I gotta get the LeBron jokes in everyone. Sorry, Brian Middleton.
Not here.
Sorry, my bad. T-Wolves won their playoff game and acted more disrespectful than a cheapskate who's a bad tipper. Y'all got to calm down. You didn't win the finals. It was only Paul George and the LA Clippers. Like, what are you celebrating about? You know what I'm saying? Minnesota fans going crazy, acting like they won the ship. They're living the dream. I don't blame them, though. Only thing they've had to cheer about in the past 30 years is, well, they're at WNBA team. What else are they cheering for? Sorry, Minnesota. I'm kind of going hard on Minnesota right now.
We're Dallas Wings fans now.
Yeah, for
Jazz
sure,
Bond,
for sure.
baby.
Hornets are out of the playoffs. I don't think anyone's going to be shedding a tear. Hey, Brent, real quick. Who does Evan Mobley play for?
I have no idea.
Well, that's too bad because he's getting Rookie of the Year.
I thought you'd like that. Yeah. I mean, come on. I was poetic. I said I have no idea.
Is that a Bible alert? Okay, a Bible alert.
By the way, it rhymed.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't catch it.
The answer
rhymed. Like, see, here's what we're doing now because you didn't pick up on this. I saw the future, Brent. I saw the future that you weren't going to know who it was, and I rhymed it before you even said anything. You're playing checkers over here. I'm playing 4-dimensional chess. Welcome to the game, baby. All right, here we go. Playing games still going on. How does it work? I'm mad confused, and I want to scream. It's screwing with my mind. It's like Yusuf Corker in my brain is the Seinfeld theme. Hit it again. I had to stand up for that one.
I thought he was going to play the Seinfeld theme.
All right, here we go. All eyes on Luca. He's traveling to the land of Mormons and salt. You gotta feel bad. We'll call it. You gotta feel bad. We'll call it Goodwill Hunting. Hey, Frank Vogel. Here's a hug, dude. It's not your fault. It wasn't his fault. Yeah, okay. That's some snaps. All right. You know what time it is. Ja feel, Ja real. He's ready to put his skills to the ultimate tests. In case you haven't heard, go check out Shady Rays because, well, they are who we are now. Kind of like our competition when they used to have that thing called Moe's Southwest. I didn't want to say their name, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out to Shady Rays, everybody. All right.
Thank you very much, ShadyRays.com.
That was your opportunity to put a plug in real quick. All
Promo code Brent, right?
Promo code Brent.
50% off 2 or more pair.
There you go. Celtics playing gritty, looking like a throwback being coached by that dude Red. Nets playing like the underdog, like the Jamaican bobsled team. They got Kyrie, KD. Hey, Ben Simmons, you dead? Shout out to Sanka if you know that one. That was a little deep dive right there. I'm not sure if you got that one or not. Pelicans and Clippers tonight, and someone has to go. Seriously, the Pelicans and Clippers. It's more pathetic than Sam on Twitter producing a 3 o'clock segment during our show. Remember that yesterday?
I did.
Remember
He's
that
an
yesterday?
idiot. Sam, you're an idiot.
This has been NBA Slam Poetry. Giannis, you're a beast. Leave them bulls in your wake. Casey, I heard you got 8 jobs. Well, here's another one. Hit that button so we can go to break. That's the most 5 Olympics of all time. This has been your weekly edition, installment, call it what you want it, slam piece of NBA Slam Poetry.
Very good. Very good. We got those play-in games.
Please tip your waitresses.
Yes, don't be a bad tipper.
Don't be a bad tipper.
Showing off the tats today. You got
yeah, it's Friday.
You got any more? Got any new ones?
Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of new ones, man.
A bunch. You didn't even tell us about it. We haven't done the tattoo update.
Yeah, nobody knows. I mean, it's to the point. Look at how many I have. You think I have to give a tattoo update now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. And then I just got it all colored in. So
does it bother you that we don't notice?
No. I don't expect you to notice. It's like a haircut. Like, you don't notice my haircut when I get my sides trimmed. It's just a tattoo.
Okay.
I mean, if I had, like, if it was you, I would notice because you don't have any.
Yeah.
But for me, I mean, come on. I got plenty of them.
Yes, you do.
Look, I don't even tell my friends anymore. I just go get it done, and it's like, oh, you got a tattoo? Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it at UFC. I don't know where you were.
Oh, yeah, I did tell Casey, but because, yeah. So here's what happened. I went to go spar. So during the UFC fights, before that, I went to go spar for like an hour and a half, got beat up, then went to get tattooed, and then went from my tattoo to the UFC event. So I was exhausted and sunburned because it feels like you got like a giant sunburn. Yeah. Tattooed. Yeah.
So, like, would you say you get you go to the tattoo place more than you go to the haircut place?
Oh, I mean, that's a good call. I go to the haircut place more just because, like, if I have a fight coming up, then I'll get, like, professionally done and I'll get lined up and everything. So I probably average the haircut place, the barbershop, maybe like 10 times a year, maybe 12 times a year. Tattoos is probably like 3 or 4 times a year.
Okay.
I mean, if I had it my way, it'd be more. It's just you have to schedule an appointment. It's a big process. No, it is. I mean, it's because I mean, like once you once you find a tattoo artist, you want to stick with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so like they're always
busy.
booked up. They get busy.
I mean, did they do well in the pandemic too?
Oh, I think they. Well, I mean, for a while they were shut down, but then after that they killed. Yeah, because you got to think about it, like tax returns and everything. People get tattoos. So.
And just think about all the time people had working from home to think about what tattoo they wanted to get.
Who you telling? Yep.
Casey, you got any tattoos?
No,
Have we had this?
No, we haven't done this. I have a grand idea, but it's probably not going to happen.
What you got?
So I want to get this dragon, right?
Whoa. Okay.
It goes all the way down the arm. Like, not like directly, but just, and then it goes down to my wrist, right?
Yeah.
And then I want it to look like it's biting my wrist to the point where, like, you can see the vein inside.
Dang. Are we talking like Japanese traditional? Like, what style are you looking for here?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I haven't thought that much into it.
Apparently not. That's a cool idea.
That's the idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you thought a little bit about it.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of figuring out which one I'm going to get.
Yeah. Well, we're trying.
Are you getting one?
We'll be back.
He has to get the ratings first.
Yeah, only if we're number one in the ratings.
If we're number one in the ratings, he's going to get an ESPN 690 tattoo.
What about the table?
What about the table?
Going through the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going through the table when you get a tattoo at the same time.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Which one would be more painful? Depends where you get the tattoo.
Table.
We'll be back. Football at 5. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
Hey, Mike, what are you doing way up on that ladder? You're going to hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm trying to unclog these gutters.
That's smart. I had water damage from my gutters last year. It cost me $10,000.
Wait, $10,000?
Yeah, and from over here, it looks like water's been pouring over your clogged gutters, and it's probably doing real damage to your foundation. You need to do what I did. Get off the ladder and call Leaf Filter.
Yeah, but I need to get these gutters flowing now.
That's why you need to call Leaf Filter. They'll clean and realign your gutters and install their exclusive micro mesh screen system so nothing gets in your gutters except water.
So Leaf Filter protects my house from damage and means no more gutter cleaning for me?
Bingo! Plus, Leaf Filter has an industry-leading lifetime warranty, so your gutters are covered for life.
Thanks, Frank. I'm calling Leaf Filter today.
Don't go another day with your home unprotected. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com right now for an extra 15% savings. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com. That's 1-844-300-LEAF.
With spring dealing with 2.9% APR on the award-winning 2022 Acura RDX crossover SUV. And now is the time to trade. Get top dollar and pile on the savings. FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com. Excludes PMC edition.
If you're like me, you're getting a little older and, well, you can feel it. Sometimes you need that back adjusted, maybe a little bit of massage therapy as well. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center is the place I go. If you need a wellness consultation to even protect from injury, you can do all of that and more at 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations on the south side in St. Augustine and the newest location on the west side. If you've had a personal injury due to an accident, look up 904chiro.com. If you need massage therapy or an adjustment, just look up 904chiro.com.
You're on your way to work, and then, bam, your whole life changes in that second. Forever. You're injured, and now you have to fight for justice or live your life in pain. Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Have you ever noticed that when the afternoon light hits your floors, you can see everything, including dust?
So much dust.
And that floor dust gets kicked up into the air, compromising the quality of air you and your family breathe.
Eesh.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper is the fast and easy way to clean your floors with ultra-thick pads that trap and lock dust before it gets in the air. Just a couple minutes a day.
And dust is gone.
Swiffer Heavy Duty Sweeper. Proud partner of the American Lung Association.
Susan, I'm sorry I'm late. Traffic is terrible.
It sure is. But on top of that, gas prices have been skyrocketing. I can't believe how expensive gas has gotten recently.
Prices at the pump are up, but I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Get Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
And does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make $200 to $300 this year.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code BEND for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's promo code BEND. You can cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code BEND for a $5 bonus on your first tank. That's code BEND for a $5 bonus.
ESPN 690 is home for the Florida Sportsman Fishing Show hosted by Captain Rick Riles. Tune in every Saturday morning from 7 to 9 a.m. to find out what's biting now. Fishing so fresh, you can almost smell it.
Our friends over at Arlington Toyota want to know, what drives you? How about great service? Or what about getting more with your purchase? Then prepare yourself for the drive of a lifetime when you buy from Arlington Toyota. Arlington has over 500 new Toyotas available with inventory arriving daily. You also get a lifetime warranty with your purchase, plus 30 days to love your new purchase or exchange it. What drives you is what they do at Arlington Toyota. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com. CGCWater.com.
This year, CGC Water Treatment is celebrating 75 years in business. Put their experience to work for you, like my family did. Discover how good your water can be with a new Connecticut softener and drinking water system. Connecticut's twin tank, non-electric softeners are the most efficient softeners available, and their drinking water systems remove up to 99% of contaminants. That's clean water. If you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Don't be the filter. Call today and save hundreds on a new Connecticut system. Financing available with approved credit. And because the professionals at CGC Water are committed to being your go-to water experts, you can trust their master plumber with all your plumbing needs as well. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. I'm a proud customer of many years of CGC Water Treatment, and they are proud partners of the Jacksonville Jaguars. CGC Water Treatment, your local independent Connecticut dealer.
People often ask me, how much money do I have to pay you up front to be my personal lawyer? The answer is nothing. It's free unless we win. What about a slip and fall or car crash case? Free unless we win.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Ray Magliozzi here for eBay Motors. You're driving along and some nimrod cuts you off. You hit the horn. Jeez, it sounds like a goose in distress. Time to head over to eBay Motors. They have horns for every make and model, not to mention horn pads, steering wheels, wiring, and more. 122 million parts. You can even go for an upgrade. That looks like Mr. Cutoff Man needs a new seat cover. Try eBay Motors, pal. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Where are those receipts?
Tax day is nearly here,
held on to those.
and Chanel is stressing.
Why do I always wait to the last minute?
Her small business needs a bookkeeper to crunch some big numbers.
All these spreadsheets make my head spin. None of this adds up.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Action Sports Jacks. Watch, listen, subscribe. You can watch us on CBS 47 and Fox 30. You can listen right here on ESPN 690. And you can subscribe to our YouTube and podcast, Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. Action Sports Jacks. Watch, listen, subscribe.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Doug Brown. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski reports Luka Doncic of the Mavericks is out for Game 1 against the Jazz tomorrow with a left calf strain. There's also concern about his availability for Game 2. Tonight, it's the last two play-in games, both on ESPN Radio. First up at 7 Eastern, the Hawks and Cavaliers in Cleveland. ESPN's Vince Carter.
Can Cleveland Cavaliers defense slow down the Hawks? Right now, they're playing on high cylinders. Trae Young believes in himself and he believes in his guys, and that's scary because when Trae gets into the paint, he either shoots that floater or he finds his shooters, and when his shooters hitting shots, Trae in the fourth quarter is really dangerous.
That Hawks-Cavaliers game also on ESPN TV. In the second game tonight, the Clippers host the Pelicans. Clippers guard Paul George tests positive for COVID-19. He is out for tonight's game. On the 75th anniversary of Jackie Robinson breaking baseball's color barrier, a couple of matinees, the Mets win their home opener, hammering the Diamondbacks 10-3. Francisco Lindor with 2 home runs. He drives in 3. Twins lead the Red Sox 6-1 in the 8th.
We're back on Monday, less than 2 weeks away from the NFL Draft. I'll tell you who I would pick with the #1 selection. Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max, Monday at 6 a.m. Eastern, ESPN Radio, ESPN2.
Now, your chance to win $1,000 with the ESPN 690 payroll payout.
Text the word toast to the number 70123 before 15 past the hour. That's TOAST.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is coming Monday at 8 a.m. This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Get the complete rules now at ESPN690.com. Broadcasting Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios.
This is Action Sports Jax on ESPN 690 with Brent Martineau and Austin Lane.
All about the X factor. Who will be the X factor for both teams? I think Valanciunas for the Pelicans is extremely important. As a trio, they scored 81 points. That's with Brandon Ingram as well as McCollum. And then Valanciunas had a big night. On the other side, who will be that X factor to help Paul George with the scoring load? I say, look out for Norman Powell. Two-way player, can defend, and he can get his own shot. Those guys will matter and make the difference in that game.
That sounds like Grant Hill.
I think he's from Daytona.
Oh, it's Vince Carter?
Yeah.
I was going to say Vince Carter, too.
Yeah.
Dang.
Grant Hill, Vince Carter, two good ones.
Two legends, yeah.
So Vince Carter is from Daytona.
Is he really?
He is.
Yeah. Well, so the minor league baseball team there, the Tortugas, like every year they do like a Vince Carter night.
Yeah.
And he's there. And I never like Googled him, I guess.
Well, Vince, he used to have a restaurant down there, right where like the Buc-ee's is, where they built the Daytona.
Mm-hmm.
On that exit, used to have a restaurant for a long time. I think I went there once, like a sports bar type thing, but kind of like I would say, I think it was more of an upscale.
Yeah.
Sports bar, if you will, meaning it was a little more expensive than you would find.
I don't like that at all.
Like wings and stuff.
Okay.
It was okay.
No wonder it
But I
closed
always
down.
wondered every time I went by, I
prices.
was like, how is that thing still open? I never see a lot of cars
Sure.
there. And now whatever's over there is like, why are all those people going to Buc-ee's and not stopping here?
Yeah. Oh, Buc-ee's taking over.
I tell you,
what I'm saying?
we went to when we went to the NFL owners meetings, right? We would stop by Buc-ee's. We had to get gas, and then we got a little something to eat. If I could have had, I just wanted to see what they made that day. Like
in terms of revenue?
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Like
I don't know if they
whatever,
meant like food.
However they do that in their world. Oh yeah, no, whatever they do, and like at midnight, and it prints out the sheet and it spits it to somebody in their corporate office of how much they made at the Daytona store on Sunday a couple weeks ago. I would have loved to see the number, because that place was. I mean, it was seriously like going into. Like when you go, when you go to fireworks and you got to sit in the traffic getting out.
Fireworks.
Yeah, anywhere. Fireworks anywhere. You ever been to a fireworks show?
Yeah.
And the fireworks end and you go leave wherever you are at the beach?
Oh, no,
or like Disney World
we're
or
always
something?
Partying no, we're always partying after, man. We don't care about leaving right
you don't
away.
leave? Well, the traffic, though, you sitting for something like that, it kind of felt like that at Buc-ee's.
Okay. I got you.
Just trying to paint a scene of.
No, hey, Buc-ee's cut the check, I guess, at this point.
Listen, Buc-ee's doesn't need to advertise. Like, they don't advertise. I don't even think they advertise.
They don't need to.
They really don't need to.
It's called word of mouth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Interesting thing, though, tonight with the Pelicans-Clippers game, and I get it. On paper, there's not a lot to like. But if the Pelicans do win, it absolutely screws the Portland Trailblazers. Because when the Portland Trailblazers traded C.J. McCollum, keep in mind, the Pelicans were nobodies. They traded it for a first-round pick. If the Pelicans win tonight, then the Portland Trailblazers are outside the draft lottery. So they essentially traded C.J. McCollum away for nothing, which would be a big dagger in the heart, in the heart of Portland Trailblazers fans everywhere. Because the whole premise of trading C.J. McCollum away was to rebuild. Well, how are you going to rebuild if you have like the 25th pick of the draft?
Well, that's a good call.
So there you go. There's a little Pelicans-Clippers breakdown for tonight.
All right. Zion Williamson still not playing. I'll add to your breakdown.
Still completely underwhelming basketball out there tonight.
Hey, the 33rd team, who I really like a lot. Okay?
33rd team.
That's my guy, Tannenbaum. But it's also guys like...
Oh, here we go.
But they had a lot of coaches. Like Peterson was working with them, I think. He was doing some stuff. They have a lot of coaches that aren't coaching or GMs. I think Polian contributes. They have a lot of contributors.
Yeah,
and they did some cool stuff, like behind the scenes, not just on the draft, but...
It sounds like a pyramid scheme, though. You know that, right?
I don't think
it's like when you go on Facebook and they're trying to sell you those protein shakes because it's like, hey, I use these for 10 days. Look at my waist. And like you just use different lighting and no one's buying it, but you're still selling it. That's what the 33rd team is. But let's hear it. I can't wait to hear this.
33rd team's good, but
okay,
I don't
what
like
got?
their mock draft. This is what I'm telling you.
Oh, let's get into it.
They have a 3-round mock draft.
Oh, yeah, you sent us this.
And as much as I like the 33rd team and what they do, and they're fun to interact with on social media and everything.
Okay.
I don't like their draft, like, at all. It's awful.
Hit me with it.
I want to make sure I wanted to see who maybe put this.
Oh, Brent's trying to defend him now because it's such trash.
Oh, no, I wanted to see if anybody put their name, or if it was just a group effort, or if there were like 2 or 3 that actually did the mock. And I can't find that. So, but anyway, Evan Neal, number 1.
No, we're good. See, we don't have to go on any farther.
It's done.
You blew it.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
You absolutely blew it. Pyramid scheme. You blew it. Sorry. Not legit. Mike Tannenbaum, once again. F.
Let's see, number 32.
Well, no, who's
33?
Who's number 2? Go on the mock draft here, man.
Oh, you want me to go? Oh, I'm not going through all of them. I was really just caring about the Jags. But Kayvon Thibodeau, by the way, number 2 to Detroit.
Not taking Hutchinson.
No,
Blew
Thibodeau.
it. Blew it
I
again.
thought you like Thibodeau more than Hutchinson.
I do, but Hutchinson is the hometown. Hutchinson's the hometown
great. So now
guy.
you take the better, not the better player because he's a hometown guy?
Go on, man. You got it.
We didn't take Tebow around here. We took Tyson Alualu.
You got it, man. What else you got?
Then you got Hutchinson to Houston.
Okay.
The next J.J. Watt.
Okay.
Then you got Sauce Gardner to the Jets. Then Ekwonu to the Giants. Kenny Pickett to Carolina. George Karlaftis to the Giants. Purdue, edge.
I picked number 7.
That's
Interesting.
7. I know that'd be kind of out of nowhere, right? Kyle Hamilton, 8.
Now, did Jermaine Johnson opt to go back to college or
Hold
what?
on, Charles Cross.
Okay.
9 to Seattle. Garrett Wilson, 10 to the Jets. Drake London, 11 to Washington. Trayvon Walker, 12. Many people think he could go number 1 to the Jags.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this is trash.
And you're looking at Jermaine Johnson, 29 to the Chiefs.
Why get these guys out of here, Brent? Like, come on. This is horrible. This is a horrible mock draft. You got to say this is a horrible mock draft.
I've told you I don't like the mock draft for the Jags specifically. Arnold DeBickety from Penn State, edge guy at 33 for the Jags.
Okay.
A lot of people now. A lot of the experts, the Daniel Jeremiahs of the world too, say the edge class is really deep.
Yeah.
They like the edge class. So could you go in the second round instead of the first round under these circumstances? It sounds like that's what the 33rd team tried to do.
Wait, who did the Jaguars get again?
A Bickety. I hope you say that correctly, from Penn State, edge guy.
Okay.
So that is 32. I'm not going to read everybody's name. I'm sorry, that's 33. That's first pick of the second round. And then 65, Jalen Petre. This is the guy I asked you to look up.
Oh, okay.
His Senior Bowl performance helped alleviate concerns related to his size. He adds versatility and coverage ability from a true hybrid player. Did you say he played the star position?
He played the star position at Baylor, yeah.
So we can move him around?
Yeah, I guess. So just forget the wide receivers?
And then guard Jamari Salyer for Georgia. I'm from Georgia at number 70.
If these are the picks, do we riot?
Well, that's why I said, please do not be right, 33rd team, or come out with a fresh one next week.
Is this like a subscription-based website?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
33rdteam.com, I think.
Okay, good. Good to know.
It'd be like paying for trash.
Sheesh. I mean, like I told you, I like their stuff.
Listen, if you're trying to
I
tell
don't
me
like the mock.
If you're trying to tell me Drake London's getting picked to 11th, you're wrong. You're just not correct.
Yeah, you could. Why? Because every mock draft you've seen them that people float around have him higher than that. I mean,
because he's going higher than 11.
See, I think it's interesting when you get stuff like this too, especially as we get closer. You said somebody threw something out there today. Was it on Trayvon Walker or? I don't know what you said, but
I don't know. I can't remember.
Every day you've got something else coming out.
No, you're trying to make a name for yourself.
Well, or you're just trying to be a little different than the other.
Well, no, I mean the 33rd team is trying to make a name for themselves. Like because
these guys have already made names for themselves. I mean,
I don't know.
Bill Polian's contributing. I mean, I think
I don't know him.
You don't know Bill Polian?
I know, but I don't know what the 33rd team is.
Oh, I see.
But I'm saying I think in terms of how these I don't think the Jaguars are taking offensive tackle or whatever at number 1.
I don't either, but we've discussed it for over a month now that some fans wouldn't mind that.
But I think like the point of some of these mock drafts is to try to get people to talk like we're doing right now, and we talk about it.
Well, okay, so this is where I go with it. I don't like that mock draft for the Jacksonville Jaguars at all.
Correct.
It doesn't give you a wide receiver, another weapon for Trevor. It's so heavy on the offensive line in the top 4 picks. You save edge to second round. I don't know what you're doing with Evan Neal. Quite frankly, if you pick him number 1 overall, you pick the guard number 1, and then you pick the guard at 70, basically. And you just added Brendan Sheriff. Yeah. So, I mean, there's only 2 guard positions. And now do you have too many offensive linemen? So to me, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I also wonder, as you to more like Casey's point, like the Drake London going to 11, or can somebody else jump up to like where this stuff will fall? We have seen the same names in the top 10, 12, 15, right? Mm-hmm. And then every year we kind of been like, wow, that guy slipped all the way down to 18, 22, wherever, or this guy went up higher than we thought he was going to come up. And just it sets this narrative. But where do the people really think it's going to land that are making the decisions? Mm-hmm. And beauty's in the eye of the beholder, which if somebody likes someone at 3, but they like somebody else more at 3, mm-hmm. well, that guy that they were going to take at 3 easily could slip all the way down to 12, 14, 18, whatever it might be, because the beauty's not there for the rest of the teams.
No, I mean, it happens all the time where, there's always a surprise and there's always guys that are going to drop a little bit. And, to get back to the wide receiver point, when you do have, it seems like a surplus of talent in that wide receiver group, I think a lot of teams out there can say, okay, we can afford to maybe wait and see how this whole thing plays out and maybe wait till, the next round to get our guy. And I think in doing that and having that philosophy, maybe you don't see a lot of receivers get taken like we expect to get taken in the first round.
Yeah, I think it could go so many directions, and it's just a matter of what they value and covet, Mm-hmm. Do they think they've done enough at wide receiver? We don't. Do they? Do they need pass rusher? I think so.
Of course.
Do they? Can you get enough on the offensive line? Most people would say no, but I don't think it's a weak part of their team, which has been a weak team. So how do they feel about it, and where do they go? It's a lot like the linebacker spot to me. A lot of people have the Jags taking linebacker or want the Jags take linebacker at 33.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. I don't think – I just feel like you want to talk value, and I'm not a huge value guy. I think if you go get the best players, and you need good players in Jacksonville, you need blue chippers. I almost don't care what position they play.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the only reason I would buy into an Evan Neal or an Iquanu, is that you just think that guy is so good that you want him on your team, and you'll make room for him, and you'll eventually put him in a place where he's going to be a 10-time Pro Bowler. And if that's what works out, then I can't fault that at the end of the day. Right now we're looking more need-based and saying, okay, Hutchinson or is it a Trayvon Walker or somebody like that on the defensive side, because it looks like you need more help right there on the edges. So – But you do need good players. I just think the value of the linebacker spot, mm-hmm. I just don't see why they have to do that at 33. I think there's so much more benefit to helping out, as you said, a receiver, or maybe at that point there's an offensive guard, right, or mm-hmm. even a center, because you now have to start looking at center to some degree. Mm-hmm. So. Again, linebacker, I think, I'm not saying they're a dime a dozen, but it kind of feels like there can be a dime a dozen, and you can get somebody to play there at least satisfactory.
Yeah, and also taking a guy at safety who doesn't really have a position doesn't make you feel too confident either, that high up.
Yeah.
But, to be fair, I don't think, I don't think that the 33rd team is, watching the Jacksonville Jaguars with, a microscope. They're kind of just saying, all right, what do they got at the roster? All right, they probably need this guy, needed that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, in this situation, too, you could just be saying, hey, these are some of the best players on the board in these spots in our eyes, whether it's if you believe in best player available.
But you know how I feel. We've been over this before. Yeah.
But again, some people believe if this organization, if they had been worried more about best player available more often, may have been better off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you can spin that either way you want to go.
Yeah.
Again, should the Jags be thinking need or best player available mm-hmm. on a team that is void of blue chip players? I think early on in the draft, best player available makes sense. Mm-hmm. And again, when you have I'll say this, I've said this countless times over the last month, when you have the number 1 pick in the draft, it's got to be pretty difficult to not take who you think is the number 1 player in the draft. Like the best player that's going to come out of the draft, mm-hmm. even if you need the position or not.
Yeah.
And this conversation always came around a guy like Kyle Hamilton for me. If you really think he's going to be the best, or does it lead you back to Trayvon Walker where you think this guy is so gifted, so talented, and might be the best player in this draft that you're like, you know what? We will find a way to use him, fit him, put him in our defense because he's that gifted and he does actually address a need of some sort. We just got to find the way to best utilize it.
See, but we've been over this, though. Do you have the luxury to wait and see?
Yeah. And
because that's what you're getting with him possibly. So,
yeah.
All right. Shout out to the 33rd team.
33rd team.
So they're pretty popular, you think?
I like their stuff. Okay. I really do. I mean, I like they actually had a really good breakdown recently of Trevon Walker, if you want to go, to go back and see.
Now, are they going to have more Twitter followers than me one day or not? Because they don't have as many followers as I do right now. And I post about anime.
I don't know who originated it, by the way. But
it says Mike Tannenbaum and Joe Banner.
Oh, and Banner.
I'm doing some I'm looking up some stuff from them.
And so, but I know like Peterson was contributing a little bit at sometimes during the
Jeremiah's
course of the year.
got some stuff here.
Oh, does he do some stuff with him?
Yeah.
I mean, they really lean on people who have been around the league.
Yeah.
Right? From coaches to personnel people to everyone else.
They got players writing in?
I don't think they do. I don't think so.
Come on, Brent.
Yeah.
We got to change that narrative.
If you keep ripping them, you probably won't be invited.
It's fine because I'm just gonna change my Twitter handle right now to the 66th team or the 66th team, and I have more Twitter followers already, so I have more power. And then I'll just start just the most ridiculous mock drafts of all time. Hey, Jaguars, you need a kicker? Yeah, get him second round. You got it. Let's go. Hey, let's get people to start talking a little bit around here, right?
I don't think this was a get people talking piece.
It's a get people talking piece.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think these guys have reputations too, though. That's what I think is interesting.
I think they need Twitter followers, and this is how you get them.
Yeah, maybe.
Controversy.
It worked.
Yeah.
I didn't like the people that they picked for the Jags.
No.
Not one bit.
Casey despises them for the Drake London. Just the constant.
You better believe it.
Hate on Drake London.
Should Drake London be the number one overall pick in the draft?
Hey, listen, my mock hasn't been shocked yet. You know what I mean? So if that opportunity does come up, I guess you'll have to find out.
He's not even the number one.
And I'll tell you right now,
people's boards.
And once again, I understand that maybe it's just coaches and everything. If Chris Olave goes number 30 to the Kansas City Chiefs, I retire from the radio. Like, you mean you're going to let go of Tyreek Hill and all of a sudden, here's Chris Olave, just hand-picked for you at pick number 30.
Oh, by the way, if the Jags don't jump in front of them and take them.
They got the Kansas City Chiefs taking Jermaine Johnson and Chris Olave. Okay. We'll see. If that's the case, I'm putting somebody down the Kansas City Chiefs for Super Bowl.
If that's the case, they're going to get more Twitter followers if they're right.
I wouldn't bank on it, but we'll see. If the Kansas City Chiefs get Jermaine Johnson and Chris Olave in the first round, okay.
By the way, in a break before this segment, Casey had like the best line ever.
Yeah.
You were asking him about music festivals.
Yeah.
And you said, Casey, do you like music festivals?
And he does not.
Like, no.
Yes.
Why? Mm-hmm. I don't like people. Matter of factly, he said.
Yes.
I don't like people.
And that's fair. I mean, that's a huge component of a music festival.
Yes.
Some would say it's probably the most important part of any festival, set aside from a music, food, wine, gala. You got to have the people, in case he's not a fan of the people.
And not only that, he said it straight-faced, and I believe him.
Oh, no. I mean, there's some, depending. Like, I don't like people in large groups, depending what the event is. Like, if I have to go, to a dinner party, I don't know anybody. Like, I don't like that. That's horrible. That's like the worst time
festival
ever.
Where you don't like it, you don't know anybody. You're okay with it.
Yeah, but we all have the same thing in common. Like last night, I went to a concert by myself.
Did you end up going?
Oh yeah, I went by myself. Yeah.
How was it?
It was awesome. Yeah, shout out to Bon Iver, man.
The Wisconsin band.
Eau Claire, Wisconsin's greatest expert.
Really?
He's won Grammys and everything. Oh, I say him. Justin Vernon, the lead singer of Bon Iver, has won Grammys. But yeah, I went by myself, met some cool people, had some good times.
There you go.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing about a concert is like you can go with strangers, but you have something in common at least. You're all going to watch the same dude. Right?
Yeah,
so, if you have the same taste of music, odds are you're probably going to get along with people. If I go to a dinner party, we all like steak? Cool. Nothing,
Yeah, doesn't do much for you.
Doesn't do much for me.
Was that the first time you've seen them?
Oh, no, that was my fifth time.
Fifth time?
Yeah.
So you're like a groupie.
Yeah, I mean, a fan would be satisfactory, but go ahead and call me a groupie if you want. If you want to play the Seinfeld music again, we can. If you want to go back to that thing.
What's the most you've ever seen one act?
Probably 8 or 9 times.
Who?
Avett Brothers, and then the Real Big Fish.
Avett Brothers played down St. Augustine.
Yeah, yeah. And then the Real Big Fish.
The Real Big Fish.
You know what the Real Big Fish are? No. It's you know what ska music is? It's ska. I don't
look it up.
It's punk with like horns and trumpets and trombones and stuff. Yeah. But the reason I've seen them so much is because they always have mosh pits. Because I got my very first mosh pit when I was in 8th grade. I went with some high school kids, and they took me to the Real Big Fish show. And then I knocked down this old dude in a mosh pit, and I became a fan ever since. But that was back then, like, when you didn't know, because, there's rules in mosh pits, and I didn't really know the rules. So I was like, oh, this guy's, like, trying to come at me. I'm going to come at him. I'm in 8th grade. Boom! Lowered his shoulder, knocked him down. I'm like, this is awesome. And then I realized, okay, there's, like, unwritten rules you got to follow in the mosh pit. But that was, like, my first experience.
That was your Dante Fowler moment?
That was my Dante Fowler moment. Yes.
Casey, I'd ask you how many shows you've been to for one specific act, but you don't
Casey,
like people.
You ever been to a show? No, I mean, seriously, you ever been to a concert?
Yeah.
Who's favorite concert you ever been to? Music Fridays on ESPN 690.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Wasn't that memorable, huh?
Yeah. There's not one that I'm like, oh, yeah, that was great.
Okay, so we've told this story before, but you know who my first concert was?
Plenty of Fish.
No, Michael Bolton. You know who my second concert was?
Michael
Bolton. You better believe it.
Good.
How nobody called social services on my mom like that? I don't know, man. And like I love my mom to death, but back-to-back Michael Boltons is woo.
I'm surprised we haven't had Michael Bolton
with that long Kenny G hair too. Like he wasn't cool back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's cool now.
Yeah.
Like he's like the cool guy with the short hair.
That's true.
Back then he had that long hair.
Have the long hair.
Give me a break, dude.
Put
a curling iron through that hair and straighten that bad boy.
I was dancing the Michael Bolton songs probably in like 8th grade. We'll be back. Action Sports Shacks on ESPN 690. Action Sports Shacks OT comes up at 6 o'clock. And then the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp right here on ESPN 690. We've got some baseball from Durham coming up tonight.
Now, the First Alert forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening, mainly dry, warm and humid in the 70s, but overnight we drop down into the mid-60s. Partly sunny to partly cloudy Saturday, warm in the mid to upper 80s, a few afternoon thunderstorms. From the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Garrett Biedenball.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds. Don't miss the buy one, get one free on wedding band event going on now through April 24th.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her voice was shaking. She needed help. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her previously, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. I was humbled and proud. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Her call came in on a weekend night. We went to work right away that night. Life can be shattered in a moment, in a car crash, work injury, or medical malpractice. When that happens, you need a big law firm with an unmatched reputation and resources to fight for you. If your family ever experiences something like this family did, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you 24/7. We are big because we won a lot. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I was advised by the guys on the show that I needed more swag. They didn't like my gas station sunglasses, and I'm not spending hundreds of dollars on sunglasses. Then I found Shady Rays. Fit, style, and performance without the big brand price tag and plenty of swag. How about this? If you lose or break your pair of Shady Rays, they send you a brand new pair. No worries on the golf course, fishing, or even on the beach. Every set of sunglasses bought means 10 meals to fight hunger in America as well. Make an impact with your purchase. Go to ShadyRays.com right now. Use the code Brent for 50% off 2 or more pair of Shady Rays sunglasses.
You know what's great about getting older? The toys are way cooler. Spring is here, and it's playtime.
Yeah!
And One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, has slash loan rates across the board on all the toys. Motorcycles, jet skis, boats, RVs, ATVs, even golf carts. And it's fun and potentially dangerous. One-to-One Financial has the perfect loan to help you finance it. Check out our rock bottom rates and apply now at one-to-onefcu.org. Come out and play. Federally insured by NCUA.
The legendary Acura Integra is back at your First Coast Acura dealers. Click or call to pre-order yours today. Supply is limited, so don't wait. Pre-order the next generation 2023 Integra at firstcoastacuradealers.com.
If you've been involved in a slip and fall accident and are not sure what to do, call me, Glenn Levine, at the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000, and take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville. Cutting the price of your wireless bill feels good. Really good. Actually, it feels great. You should try it out. So cut your bill by switching to Straight Talk Wireless, now offering our $45 Silver Unlimited plan with 5 gigabytes of hotspot and nationwide 5G on America's largest, most dependable networks. The $45 Silver Unlimited plan from Straight Talk. Straight Talk Wireless. No contract, no compromise.
A month equals 30 days. See terms and conditions at straighttalk.com. 5G capable device required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Thinking about gas mileage? Keep your engine at its best with clean oil from Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic. Got an older vehicle? Use Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic High Mileage. Right now, you can get 5 quarts with an STP Extended Life oil filter for only $35.99. Get what you need for better fuel efficiency at any of our 6,000 stores or on AutoZone.com.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
O'Reilly.
This is Sarah's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
Driving cross country with 2 young children is ambitious, to say the least. Then our check engine light came on. We pulled into O'Reilly Auto Parts and they tested it. Turned out it was a faulty sensor. They referred us to a great mechanic just down the street and we were back on the road in no time.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
One historic game. A prime time event. Saturday. The USFL makes history with a special opening night as the Birmingham Stallions open the season against the New Jersey Generals. Live on Fox and NBC. The biggest game. USFL kicks off Saturday, 7:30 Eastern on Fox and NBC.
ESPN 690 just wrote a check for another $1,000. It's the payroll payout, and you can be cashing in on any one of the 5 chances we're giving you every weekday. Listen at 8 a.m., 10, noon, 2 p.m., and 5 p.m. for your shot. This is a nationwide contest. Message and data rates apply. Get the complete rules now at ESPN690.com.
I think he's going to rise up and be phenomenal. And that's why I'm picking him to win the series. If I had doubts about that, or I thought it'd be a little bit too big looking across the kid, because I thought there was a time early in KD's career that I thought he kind of felt that way about LeBron. Like, this is a guy I idolize, man, and like going at him and having that edge and that look was a little bit much for him early in his career. He obviously got past that. For Jason Tatum, I'm sure Kevin Durant is a guy he has idolized. So now, here he is. You're the 2 best offensive small forwards in the game. You guys are going to decide. And now, Kyrie obviously has a big hand in this, and Jaylen Brown also. But it's Tatum and KD, so I think he's going to be phenomenal, and I think that's why I like Boston to get through.
There you go, baby. There's your guy, Jason Tatum. Mm-hmm. That was Legler, by the way, talking.
Nice.
I'm all over him now.
Bringing it home for the weekend, Brent. Good for you. Casey, is that Tim Legler? Can we confirm?
Super confident, so I hope so.
Okay.
Brent Martineau, Casey Kurtz, getting ready for Action Sports Jack's OT, Austin Lane. Down to the sushi, showing off the guns and the tats.
Oh, yeah.
On a Friday.
Yeah. Dude, you know I'm always rocking the sleeveless on Fridays?
Yeah, you kind of go with that on Friday.
Especially now. It's like 80 degrees outside. It's humid, too.
Yeah. Kind of nice.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Why not, man? It's radio, right?
Yeah, it's middle April.
Yeah, it's radio.
How are we doing on the golf picks?
Oh, I'm sure I'm struggling.
Who'd you have again, Casey?
Casey, please be gentle.
Shane Lowry.
Lowry that was doing well, but he doesn't look like he's near the top of the leaderboard anymore. Lowry is +2 today, 3 under, so you're okay for the weekend. Top 25 right now. Maverick McNeely, 1 under. Looks like he'll make the cut. That's my guy. Mm-hmm. Top Gun special.
Mm-hmm.
And your guy is...
Did he just go home?
Scott Piercy.
Did he get canceled?
Scott Piercy.
Mm-hmm.
Did he have a rough first? Oh, no, Scott Piercy, -3.
What place is that?
Tied with Casey at 22nd.
Oh. I thought we were talking like top 5.
No, he's only 4 shots off the lead.
Yeah.
All
right, Casey.
All 3 of our picks are around for the weekend,
Casey,
most likely.
I'll see you in the finals. Or whatever you call it, the last day. I'll see you on Sunday. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll see you Sunday.
Sunday.
I'll see you in the finals. That sounds better.
It does. We'll see in the finals.
Hey, I'll see in the finals.
They should just rename the last 3 holes of like every
Call
golf
it the
tournament
finals.
the finals.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah, if you're complaining about, viewership, call it the finals and see what happens.
If you like the NBA playoffs, we'll see in the finals in like 4 months.
Yeah. It does last a little long. And I told you, like, even in in Slam Poetry, I wasn't lying. The whole planned tournament thing is super confusing to me.
It is.
Yeah.
I told you, I don't even pay attention to it because it's like the first 4.
Yeah.
I'm not doing my bracket until it's over.
No, well, we should probably do our brackets today because it starts tomorrow, I believe. Like the NBA tournament. And we haven't done that.
Oh.
Well, we can do that.
Okay.
I mean, we'll have to do it right here, but we can do that.
Okay.
We got 2 segments to go.
Are you giving us homework for the weekend now? Because you know how I feel about the weekends.
Well, we can do it then.
Don't ask me to do anything on the
Is
weekend.
Casey going to write it down?
I mean, I'm sure he can probably print something off someplace. I don't know. We'll figure
We
it
have
out.
printers here? I've never printed anything at this.
Oh, yeah.
employer.
We got some legit printers here.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at ESPN 690, we don't.
No, it's in the production room, which is like down the hallway.
I can't go in there anymore.
It's amazing how much.
No, not.
That was an inside joke that I didn't even get.
It was great. It was great. Casey got yelled at. No, there's a.
I did. Now I get it.
Casey got yelled at.
Yeah.
No, there's a production room down the hall, Casey, that has the printer in it.
Okay.
And believe me when I say, I mean, we're talking like, dude, we're talking 10 sheets per 5 seconds. It's fast. That's a fast turnover rate. You know what I'm saying, Brent? I mean, do printers have like turnover rates?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm saying like in a second, you got 2 sheets of paper in front of you with like full-fledged color or black and white. Your choice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We're raving about printers.
Well, you talked about an hour about Buc-ee's, so I mean, it's what Fridays do. And we
printers are Buc-ee's. I mean, come on.
And we spent an hour on the 33rd team or whatever, and they have less Twitter followers than I do. So.
So does the printer.
So where are the okay? But where are the priorities? You know, what are the priorities of the show, though? You know.
All right. So are we going with these matchups or what?
Yeah, I pulled it up.
Well, give it to us.
Okay, so is it safe to assume no matter who the Suns are playing, you're going to pick the Suns?
Yes.
I will take the Suns as well. Yes.
Okay, so then is it safe to assume whoever the Heat are playing, you'll pick the Heat?
I will
either be the Cavs or the Hawks.
No, I'm taking the Heat. Brent making the game harder than it has to be. Okay.
Fine, I'll take the Heat.
Chalk. Casey, what do you got? Heat?
Yeah, I'll take the Cavs.
Okay.
They got to get there.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I have hope. Okay.
I almost took the Hawks.
Wow. Yeah. That would have been interesting.
The Nets or the Celtics?
Celtics. Homer up, baby. Jason Tatum jersey coming my way.
Give me the Nets.
By the way, Noah Locke for the Florida Gators just transferred, or used to be a Florida Gator, transferred for a second time now to Providence.
Oh, really?
How about that?
Okay.
Just let you know.
Hey, by the way, why does everyone get to transfer twice now? Like JT Daniels twice. Omar Payne, who's headed to JU, that's twice.
Yeah, I think, is that pandemic related?
That's what we were trying to figure out.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay. Where were we?
We're the Nets and Celtics.
Oh, right.
Brent picked the Celtics. I'm taking the Nets.
Celtics.
Okay.
The Timberwolves and the Grizzlies.
Ja Feel. Give me the Grizzlies.
Ja Real. Give me the Grizzlies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Brandon Clark, give me the Grizzlies.
Would you just relax with Brandon Clark?
Warriors, Nuggets.
Now Steph Curry. Restricted minutes.
I'm going to go disappointing Warriors. I'm going with the Nuggets.
Oh, Warriors all day. Come on.
Yeah, Warriors.
Yeah, I try to sway somebody's opinion.
Mavericks, who confirmed do not have Luka in game 1 against the Jazz, who are just the Jazz.
Yeah.
The Jazz.
I think Dallas.
That's good that you have to think about some of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take Dallas as well. I think Luka will come back, hopefully. And if not, it'll be fine. Disgruntled 76ers fan, Justin Kuzar gave me a heads up on this one. 76ers or the Raptors? 76ers will be without one of their better players because he's not vaccinated.
Yeah.
76ers. Trust the process.
Yeah, they do have the better talent, but the Raptors are like, nobody wants to play. I'm taking the 76ers. Because you know what I want to see? I want to see the Bucks 76ers in the Eastern Conference Finals, just so I can spite Kuz again.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, man.
You remember what happened the last time the 76ers played the Raptors in the playoffs?
I don't.
double doink Kawhi Leonard. Embiid left crying.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was a great shot.
Wait, so you're taking the Raptors?
Yes, I am.
Is this more of just to shove it in Kuz's face, or is this okay?
He told me they were going to lose.
Oh,
so
really?
I believe him. Yeah. He said, I saw him the other day. He's like, yeah, just mentally getting prepared for the Sixers to lose. I was like, okay. Insider
I'll
info.
buy into that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I was like, that's enough for me.
Yeah, that's reverse psychology by a fan.
Well, that's fine. And then the last one in
Great
this
shot by Kawhi.
first round would be the Bucks and the Bulls.
I mean, come on. You mix the immigrant mentality and you mix Lopez back 100%. I mean, come on. Bucks. And Brent, I dare you to say the Bulls in front of me. I dare you to say the Chicago Bulls.
Billy
Please.
Donovan?
Billy Donovan, he goes. This college? This college basketball? No, say it. Say the Bulls.
Is Michael playing?
Say the Bulls.
Dennis Rodman playing?
Last time I checked.
No, I think it's Zach LaVine.
How does Laurie Markkinen sound? Whatever that dude's name
I'll
is.
go with the Deer District.
Oh, there it is, Brent. Welcome. Casey, do it.
I can't.
You guys are no fun.
No, I think they'll play more games than anticipated in the series, though.
I can see that.
I like the Bulls, but not
I can see
enough.
that. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
been a good coaching job by Billy D.
where do we go
He's
from
done a good
here?
job.
Since we don't exactly know who's getting to the
I
next
think we
round?
just
Eastern
wait.
Conference. We wait. Okay, I like
We
it.
go round
Yeah,
by
let's just
round.
wait.
So that, by the way, I think it's a pretty good opening set of games in the playoffs.
I mean, Celtics, Brooklyn. That's pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and by the way the East was all year, right? Super competitive, nobody pulling away. We know there's top-heavy nature in the West,
Yeah.
in the NBA. So, but the East should be a heck of a battle.
But we do.
I think I don't think that's far-fetched to say Hawks or Cleveland beats the Heat.
I like Cleveland a lot.
Yeah.
So that's more of me just being clouded judgment with the boy Evan Mobley. As
You know what
discussed
Cleveland
earlier,
reminds me of? Cleveland reminds me of what Memphis was a couple years ago, and just in terms of like they don't have a lot of household names, but they're gritty. They play great defense, and they just get after it. I think we did this a couple years ago, where it was like, give me your one team to watch and your one player to watch. And remember, I might have said the Mavericks and Luka Doncic. I might have called it, and now Luka Doncic is a star. Remember that and the whole bubble thing? You weren't here, Casey. Don't worry.
Okay.
But who's like your sleeper team,
Like
Brett?
Luka wasn't a star at the time?
I feel like we didn't talk about Luka until after the bubble.
Really?
Yes.
He did go off.
He did. But who's like your sleeper team this year, and who's maybe your sleeper player of the playoffs? You got anything for us, Brett?
When you say sleeper team, do you mean to win it all?
I'm just saying, that has a chance to win it all. That's going to go farther than people expect.
Like Memphis is really good, but do people really think they can win it all?
I think so.
Could I use them as a sleeper, or is that too much?
I mean, I wouldn't really call them a sleeper, but hey, this is your thing, Brent.
Nah, then I won't use them. They're too much of an odds-on favorite.
Correct.
Do I have a sleeper team? I mean, heck. How about if I just go Miami again, because everybody will overlook them?
Okay, Miami. They're the top seed overall, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
nobody's going to pick Miami.
They have
Brooklyn, 76ers, the Celtics.
Yeah.
I think they'll all be picked over.
I'll go first. I think the Raptors are the sleeper team.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
And the player, Scotty Barnes.
Yes, thank you very much.
Scotty Barnes.
Scotty.
FSU.
Yeah, correct.
Brent's going with the best team in the league in the Miami Heat.
It's not really the best team in the league. There are five
And
teams.
his sleeper to watch is some little guy named Jimmy Butler.
There are five teams. There are five teams that were like all tied in the East. So what do you want us to take?
No, hey,
And then all the top heavy teams in the West.
Take NBA All-Rookie Jimmy Butler and take the Miami Heat then.
Hey, do me a favor then. I got to validate this. What are the
Jimmy
odds?
Butler's like 30 years old. What?
Las Vegas odds.
You don't have to type in Las Vegas.
NBA Finals.
There's odds everywhere.
There could be odds in like China too, I feel like. We're going to go to Las Vegas.
No, we want the Vegas ones.
All right. Well, I guess we're going American here.
Going American. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams are favored ahead of the Miami Heat to win the championship.
And there's 20 teams in the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not going Chicago, Minnesota, Atlanta, Cleveland. Who you got? Toronto?
I said Toronto.
You guys both went Toronto?
Yes.
So you got to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Oh, keep
9, 10,
going.
11, 12.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Where's Minnesota on there, by the way? They're
Right,
low key
Toronto's
is,
dead last.
Minnesota is plus 12,000.
What is the Raptors?
Plus 8.
100 or 1,000?
1,000.
Milwaukee's the favorite?
Phoenix by a lot.
Get out of here.
By a lot.
Every year it's the same thing with that team.
By the way, Miami, you didn't want me to go Memphis, but Miami's actually higher odds or better odds than Memphis. So Memphis would have been a better sleeper.
See, you should let me sway you, man. That's that peer pressure getting to you, Brent.
Brandon Clark and the boys.
We'll be back. Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690.
What's up? It's Casey of Action Sports Jacks, and the local coverage on ESPN 690 is expanding yet again. After Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690, we have been bringing you overtime on Mondays and Thursdays, but that has now changed. You can catch Brian Middleton and myself daily after Action Sports Jacks and leading you into Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball. So starting at 3 p.m. daily, we will have local coverage all night from Action Sports Jacks to OT to Jumbo Shrimp Baseball, all right here on ESPN 690.
As America's largest injury firm, we have advantages few others do. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side, and we have a track record of going toe-to-toe with them and winning big. But what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your case? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One of the things we're most proud about is that we set up our firm so that your case gets lots of attention from a lot of people. Our technology and army of lawyers give us insight and oversight into every detail and every moment of your case. Paralegals, legal assistants, investigators, buildings with boxes of evidence. Every resource carefully designed to get you the most possible. And at Morgan & Morgan, we even have a dedicated team to make sure that your calls are returned that very same day. Injured? Dial pound law. That's pound 529. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Now is the time to get an estimate on replacement windows. American Window Products of Jacksonville is a high-volume dealer offering a huge selection of products to keep your costs low. New windows from American Window Products can lower your energy costs and increase your curb appeal and security, all without breaking the bank. Call American Window Products for a free estimate at 904-667-0873 or visit AmericanWindowProducts.com.
If you're like me, you're getting a little older and, well, you can feel it. Sometimes you need that back adjusted, maybe a little bit of massage therapy as well. 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center is the place I go. If you need a wellness consultation to even protect from injury, you can do all of that and more at 904 Chiropractic and Injury Center. 3 locations on the south side in St. Augustine and the newest location on the west side. If you've had a personal injury due to an accident, look up 904chiro.com. If you need massage therapy or an adjustment, just look up 904chiro.com.
Hi there. I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah. I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. Little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Hey, Mike, what are you doing way up on that ladder? You're going to hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm trying to unclog these gutters.
That's smart. I had water damage from my gutters last year. It cost me $10,000.
Wait, $10,000?
Yeah, and from over here, it looks like water's been pouring over your clogged gutters, and it's probably doing real damage to your foundation. You need to do what I did. Get off the ladder and call Leaf Filter.
Yeah, but I need to get these gutters flowing now.
That's why you need to call Leaf Filter. They'll clean and realign your gutters and install their exclusive micro mesh screen system so nothing gets in your gutters except water.
So Leaf Filter protects my house from damage and means no more gutter cleaning for me?
Bingo! Plus, Leaf Filter has an industry-leading lifetime warranty, so your gutters are covered for life.
Thanks, Frank. I'm calling Leaf Filter today.
Don't go another day with your home unprotected. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com for your free gutter inspection. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com right now for an extra 15% savings. Call 1-844-300-LEAF or go to tryleaffilter.com. That's 1-844-300-LEAF.
Carrie, can you make sure Ada's cleaned up?
Restaurant Week has Sanjay's tables jam-packed.
Can somebody please refill the...
He needs more servers to keep these new customers coming back.
Let's keep these tables turning as fast as possible, okay? Gonna need to hustle.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Listen to ESPN 690 anytime, anywhere, on any device. Whether you're at home or on the go, get the latest on the Jags, FSU, the Jumbo Shrimp, and Action Sports Jacks on Odyssey.com. That's AUDACY.com or on ESPN690.com.
But he has a lot of confidence in the changeup, to both right and left-handed hitters, and that's been something that's been good to see. It's a pitch that's come for him as he's worked his way back, and it's definitely, I think even added some confidence.
That is Aaron Boone, Yankees manager. Plenty of baseball going on this weekend. Brent Martineau, Austin Lane, Casey Kurtz. There will be 22 players that will go to the draft in Vegas. I actually thought they might have more because of it being in Vegas, coming out of the pandemic. I still think we'll see this kind of mixed blend of what we saw in the pandemic, the reactions at home, some of the people at the draft, kind of the feel of pre-pandemic and during it, the way you had to use Zoom and all the rest. I think there was some beneficial stuff coming out of that from a TV production standpoint, and I think the NFL learned from that, and that will continue. 22, that's not bad. The Jags really have a good chance of, I guess, they're the guy they pick at number 1 being there, because if you want to go offensive line, Aquanu and Neal are scheduled to be there. Also, Hutchinson and Thibodeau are scheduled to be there, but Walker is not. Trevon Walker. So I don't know where he's going to be, but he's not going to be there. Stuart Weber will be in Las Vegas. So from that standpoint, I hope it's one of the 4 guys that are there.
You're not going to go?
Well, I'll be here. Kurt, our coverage back here. We've got a lot of TV coverage here, and so we'll do 3 hours that night. And, of course, the draft is on ESPN 690 from a listening standpoint right here. If you were, asked to go to the draft, would you go to the draft?
To cover it or be a player? Yeah.
If you're a player, if you're one of these top, I don't even know how many they ask, quite frankly, but if there's 35 of them they ask, would you go?
I probably wouldn't. No.
Really?
No. I would want to, just hang out with my friends and family more and just kind of be more laid back than having to sit in that green room and then just kind of have the pressure and all the lights on you and everything like that and wear a suit. I probably wouldn't even wear a suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just wear jeans and t-shirt and I'll probably get ripped on Twitter. So, no, I wouldn't want to go to the thing.
If you're that'd be great. Be like, hey, listen, I'd love to go, but I don't want to wear a suit.
I mean, do you have to wear a suit? You don't have to wear a suit, do you?
I think that's part of it. Why do the guys go then? So why do the players go? Not just to wear a suit, but I think it's a super branding opportunity, right?
It's huge branding, yes, for sure. But also, I would argue that Joe Thomas earned just as much branding by being on a fishing boat, not knowing who drafted him.
Oh, I know. That's a cool way to do it, too.
Yeah.
But he didn't get any Bowls sponsorships out of that, but he made it a fishing boat.
I don't know. I mean, I felt like people talked about that, though.
Yeah, they did.
I felt that helped his brand just not even being there.
Yeah. I wonder if today's day and age, if a story like that of where you're at would have rung a little louder. I think people caught on to that story more after the fact.
Sure.
I mean, it was a story in Cleveland as well, but in this world
I remember,
today,
I think, didn't Mel Kiper report he's on a fishing boat or something?
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
So, I mean, why do they go then?
Because
is it just
like
branding?
You said. I think that's branding. I mean, it's obviously it's a big honor. I think to go on that stage and give Roger Goodell a hug. I mean, it's like your moment to clarify just how hard you worked and finally getting to that point. And some people think it means walking on a stage and giving the owner or the whatever whatever you want to call him. What's the commissioner a hug. I think some guys think it's more respect when you get your name announced at the starting tunnel the first game. So I think every player handles it differently, but I think a lot of players would want to wear their best suit and get out there and give Goodell a hug.
Yeah, the shoes, the everything else. And I just wonder, I think the NFL is so big that you get so many of those moments, and I'm not sure that has to be the moment. Also, the other side of it is, like I saw a guy like Nakobe Dean. He's going to be on the list.
Okay.
And I almost feel like, this is in my conspiracy theory, you're seeing in some places people think that he could actually drop down pretty low in that first round. And so I always wonder if the NFL's like, hey, Nakobe Dean, we really like you here because we think you're one of the guys that could either go 12 or like 34th. And we need some of those guys here. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
Like they need the waiting room guys. So you
need
can
the
keep
waiting
the
room
camera
guys.
on them.
It's great drama. It's great theater.
I don't want to be that. I figure more people don't go because of the fear of that. Because you don't want to be that guy, the Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers still went in the first round.
I know, but he waited a long time.
No, he did wait, yeah. And he went, he had to wait longer than he expected to wait.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who else most recently? Who was it? Was it a quarterback?
Lamar.
Was it Lamar Jackson? He was there?
Yes.
I mean,
and waited
Lamar
long?
did have to wait.
So I don't know. I mean, I think there's like a fear factor of that because it borders on, is that embarrassing? Like, listen, I don't think it's embarrassing to be picked 35th in the draft overall,
No,
right?
not at all.
But there's a sense that you're being shown on camera all the time and things aren't going your way. And just because every mock draft had you here, you're supposed to go here, even though that's not real life.
Yeah.
And so
Casey, you don't like people. Would you go to the draft if you were a first rounder?
No.
No? What would you do?
Chilling, bro.
I'm saying like chilling at home with family, friends, be on the golf course.
Yeah, just be at
At
home.
a Rays game?
I'd probably be playing some FIFA, so I have to turn the volume on my phone.
Well, we know this guy would be fishing. Florida Sports and Fishing Report time. Captain Rick Riles with us here on Action Sports Jacks on ESPN 690. You would do the Joe Thomas thing, Captain Rick. Go fishing while your name is called.
You're doggone right. I may or may not have had a partner in a tournament one day that was fishing his heart out while his wife found out what gender their son was going to be. So
wow.
That may have happened. I don't know.
Hey,
but
you got to control what you can control, Captain Rick. There was no control
dude,
over that.
It was a tournament. Forget everything else. We're talking a tournament here.
If it's a tournament, by all means, yeah.
You can win sunglasses, a Yeti cooler, and $200 in these things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's either going to be a boy or a girl. It's not like it's like $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Is it really a mystery?
Yeah, it's not a mystery.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got a 50-50 shot.
Pink or
either
blue,
way.
you're good. Whatever. Yeah.
Kingfish?
Right.
Barracuda?
Oh, yeah, I tell you. Pretty good day today. Actually got a little better out in the blue water. The Jody Lynn 2 had a dozen tunas and a mahi, and the original Jody Lynn had half a dozen tunas and a wahoo. So pretty, that's not great fishing for this time of year, but it's better than it has been the last few days. So maybe it's on the upturn. More wind than we thought, in a different direction than we thought today. It was supposed to be relatively light out of the west. It turned out of the northeast, and it blew harder than expected. That made it tougher on the guys looking for cobia today. There are Spanish mackerel along the beach, and there are some at the jetties, and the reds and big trout bit very well today. Captain Tony Bozzella stopped by the dock earlier today to talk to me. They had just lost one of the biggest trout Tony had ever seen, and they'd already caught some in the 22 to 24-inch range. So real good trout fishing. Going to be a very good day tomorrow. They're calling for a call motion. We'll have to wait and see if it happens, but you'll know we'll be on top of it at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning with the Florida Sports and Fishing Show, and we'll be back Monday with another report brought to you by Workman's Quick Fix Plumbing and CSS Landscaping. Thank you, boys.
Thanks, Captain Rick. Have a good weekend, man, and hope everybody else has a good weekend as well. This Easter weekend, enjoy the time with the family, and we get back after it on Monday inside a couple of weeks to the NFL draft. We'll see if anything breaks or anything is happening on the draft front. I feel like it's going to be a pretty quiet week and a half. By the way, Trent Baalke and Doug Peterson, I think we'll hear from those guys later next week as that annual pre-draft luncheon. So they'll reveal exactly who they're picking to us.
Is that at the stadium or on the yacht?
That is on the stadium, so you're probably invited.
Nice.
Or at least one of you guys.
Nice.
Not on the yacht.
Oh, of course not.
No. No way.
Nah, never.
Hey, have a good weekend, man.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Yeah, Action Sports Jax OT coming up next. Casey Kurtz, Brian Middleton, followed by the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. And again, don't forget, watch us on CBS 47, Fox 30 all weekend, along with some Action Sports Jax prime time as well. We'll see you Monday, everybody. Have a good weekend.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to find savings. But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Call 800-490-1233 for disclosures and cost information.
Hey, I'm Carrie.
And I'm Bruce. We're the owners of Koala Insulation. Don't let the milder temperatures lull you into complacency. Fuel prices will continue to rise, as will your utility bills. Call us today and take advantage of our fall prices. We don't quote over the phone or just poke our heads up in your attic. We do a full evaluation to include attic ventilation needs as well as insulation.
Give us a call at 904-679-6282 or online at koalainsulation.com.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call me, Mark Anajar, at the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. And take back control of your life.
Office in Jacksonville.
Spring deals can't be stopped with 2.9% APR on the all-new 3-row 2022 MDX SUV. Get top dollar for your trade and upgrade to the all-new MDX. FirstCoastAcuraDealers.com.
Excludes Type S edition. You know what's great about getting older? The toys are way cooler. Spring is here, and it's playtime. Yeah! And One-to-One Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union, has slash loan rates across the board on all the toys. Motorcycles, jet skis, boats, RVs, ATVs, even golf carts. And it's fun and potentially dangerous. One-to-One Financial has the perfect loan to help you finance it. Check out our rock-bottom rates and apply now at one-to-onefcu.org. Come out and play. Federally insured by NCUA.
Voted best gift of the year for golfers by the ESPN 690 Golf Enthusiast Review Board. Want to make the golfer in your life love you even more? Order the 2022 ESPN Dream 18 card for just $69. Big discounts on golf all year. Golf courses are raising their rates with the recent boom. The Dream 18 card has even more value now. For less than dinner for two at your favorite upscale restaurant, you will receive tremendously discounted rounds at some of the area's best golf courses. Golf Club at Southampton, St. John's Golf and Country Club, Hidden Hills, Osprey Cove, the Yards added this year, Amelia River Golf Club, Eagle Landing, Fleming Island Golf Club, and Queens Harbor Yacht and Country Club. Plus, you'll receive a free smoothie from Smoothie King, a free hat from Dome Hats, a free shirt at Baker's Sports, and a discount on a purchase at Palm Beach Autographs. Play 2 rounds of golf, and the card pays for itself. $69, that's it. Some of the proceeds go to the Dream 18 charity as well. Buy the card at ActionSportsJaxDream18.com. Supplies are limited. Go to ActionSportsJaxDream18.com.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done. And you're the one who makes it happen. Come on. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done, with 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Your happiest spring starts with Lowe's, because SpringFest is happening now to help you find everything you need this season at a great low price. Come on into Lowe's right now and get 5 bags of premium mulch for only $10. And keep the spring savings going with $100 off select Ego self-propelled lawnmowers. Create a season full of happiness. Lowe's, home to any budget, home to any possibility. Mulch offer Lowe's.com, quantity limited, 25 units per item per transaction. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Valid 4/7 through 4/13.
Broadcasting live from the ESPN 690 Anajar and Levine studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. ESPN 690. Jacksonville's home for ESPN Radio. WOKV Jacksonville. Listen live everywhere you go on ESPN690.com. ESPN 690, a Cox Media Group station.
Action Sports Jacks Overtime, ESPN 690 on a Friday. We roll along for 19 more minutes or so, and then Jumbo Shrimp Baseball comes up right here on ESPN 690. Brian Middleton on the ones and twos. Casey Kurtz with you as well. We got the final round of the NBA play-in tonight. One of those games on ESPN, one of those games on TNT. We'll tell you which one is which, and we'll give you some ideas for that. Brian Middleton picked the Clippers last night. Uh-oh. You know he ain't sticking with the Clippers now that Paul George will not play. So we'll get into that in a minute. A couple of other things to catch you up on. If you missed it, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning of the show, but Stefan Gilmore is headed to the Colts, which is interesting. They, at one point in time this offseason, Rock Ya-Sin was their starting corner. It is now Stefan Gilmore. Rock Ya-Sin is not on the team, and instead Yannick Ngakoue is on the team. So the Colts definitely got better on defense to a defense that was already pretty good. So that's kind of the NFL news of the day. Around the rest of sports, it feels like every day there's been multiple day games in baseball, which is weird because it throws off my fantasy baseball lineups and stuff because I always forget about them. But nonetheless, the Mets beat the Arizona Diamondbacks 10-3. And the Minnesota Twins beat the Boston Red Sox 8-4. But I can happily report in Alex Verdugo did hit a home run for those that may have him on your fantasy team like I do. Can't really report about any of the other players, but Alex Verdugo did indeed hit a home run. So that's kind of what's going on all around sports throughout the day. If you're just jumping in your car on your way home on a Friday, we appreciate you being here. Brian Middleton, we'll talk about the NBA play-in here, but let's start with this, though. With the NBA, Luka Doncic apparently will miss Game 1 of the series with the Jazz. Can the Mavericks win without Luka Doncic?
Technically, yeah. Can they win this series? Probably not. Can they win this series if they go down, let's say he misses this first game with the injury, it lingers into the second game because they're trying to be careful with him even though it's the playoffs. They go down 0-2. I think they still have a chance. If he misses any more than 2 games in this series, whatever 2 games they may be, I think that spells disaster for the Mavericks. I don't really know what their second option truly is. We talk about LeBron more times than not being the offense and being the facilitator and how the offense is built around him. Same deal with Luka. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they really get into playoff mode when things start to slow down, especially with like playoff type basketball and you're facing the same team over and over again, them knowing your tendencies, and you really have to have that one guy who can do what he wants to do even when everybody knows what he's going to do, what your offense is going to do, someone who can facilitate not only his own shot but other people's shot and get the offense going. So, yeah, that's pretty disastrous for the Mavericks, but that's only if this goes more than one game or goes in multiple games in this series with the Jazz.
Yeah, absolutely. And to put that into perspective, what you just said, Luka Doncic leads the Mavericks in points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So this dude is their whole team. What I think is fascinating about the Mavericks is their second best points per game scorer is Kristaps Porzingis, who is no longer on the team. He played 34 games, averaged 19.2 points, and is still the second best scorer on the team, even though he has not been on the team for a couple months. So they'll have to look at guys like Jalen Brunson, apparently, Tim Hardaway Jr., apparently, and a bunch of other dudes you've heard of, but not really any substantial contributions in their careers to this point. So the Mavericks will be out without Luka Game 1. The Jazz. Talk to me about the Jazz a little bit, because the Jazz feel like a team that, I don't want to say they're disrespected, but, Donovan Mitchell's really good and Rudy Gobert's really good. So Is a Jazz a team that people are sleeping on in terms of making a deep run in the playoffs? I feel like they're always just like an underappreciated team for what they have.
Yeah, I don't think that they're underappreciated. I think at this point, I use this example kind of tongue-in-cheek, but I use it with all of these really good teams that don't quite get over the hump or they pump fake you. They feel a lot like the Green Bay Packers minus an actual championship in the past year. In the past decade or so. So let me read off their playoff history the past like 3 or 4 years. Now, last season, 52-20, lost in the Western Conference semis. They won one round. 2020, they lost in the Western Conference the first round, 44-28 record. 15-32 in 2019, lost in the Western Conference first round. 2018, 48-34, lost in the Western Conference semis. And then 2017, 51-31, lost in the Western Conference semis. So they're a good team. They're a good regular season team, and that always equals maybe one round of winning. Yeah. And then they'll be out. And so I think that the criticism and the critique of the Jazz at this point is, okay, you're built for the regular season, and we know that, you just run into good teams, but the past 5 years, not one time you could break through to at least the Western Conference Finals. You couldn't even break through and get to the actual NBA Finals, and I get it. Golden State was out there, and they had a Kevin Durant on there for a
few of those years.
Yeah, a few of those years. So I get it, and I don't blame you for losing, except for the fact that, listen, you're getting paid too. And you're right, Spider Mitchell, he's really good. Rudy Gobert, a couple of defensive player of the all first defensive teams and defensive player of the year. Like you have your pieces, and so now you got to figure out, do we need to like blow this up? And it's tough to say when you start reading those records with 50+ wins, making it to the playoffs. You know that you have a good team, but if you can't get over that hump, what are we really doing? So that criticism to your original question, I think it's warranted, and I don't think they're being overlooked. And if you are going to go down 0-2, if Luka loses, if Luka's out for 2 games, the first 2 games, this is the team that you want to do it with. You want to do it with the Utah Jazz, who has a propensity of being up and then being out of the playoffs.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I agree with you. But you look at like the players for the Jazz besides the 2 you mentioned, which are the big ones. But Bogdanovich, that's somebody you've probably heard of. Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley, Hassan Whiteside. These are all dudes that you probably have heard of at some point in time. And you look at what I rattled off for the Mavericks, and I think I would, if you're looking at a Luka list and a Porzingis list, because he was traded, obviously, like, if I got to, put my money down on like Tim Hardaway Jr. and Finney Smith and the boys, I think I'd rather go with the Clarkson, Gobert, Conley, Whiteside, those guys. So
Clarkson's a really good piece. I mean, a couple of those guys. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's an interesting turn of events. All right, let's turn our attention to tonight. We got the Hawks and we got Cleveland. You know how I feel about Cleveland. I'm going to give you an opportunity again to be on the right side of history. The Atlanta Hawks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, 7:30 tonight on ESPN TV. Who do you have?
So here's the deal. I think that if I read it correctly, Jared Allen's going to be back.
Is that fact? Because remember last time I had no idea what was happening.
Yeah, I believe that. I saw a report. I'm trying to pick it up right now on
my
Twitter. So he'll be back.
He will go through warm-ups and is anticipating playing unless there's a setback.
That's what I saw. Yeah, okay. So listen, that changes the entire game if he is back, even if he isn't 100%. With his, his injury, that would have changed probably how strongly I swayed to one side or the other in the Cavs' first playing game
with Brooklyn, right?
Right. So, because he's such a big piece, especially down low.
Yeah.
So,
and now you can match up with Capella, right?
You have the ability to, I think, really wear out a fairly small Hawks team. And listen, I like Trae Young. I like his brashness. I like the fact that he seems to not have a conscience. I like the fact that he seems to be the second coming of Reggie Miller when it comes to New York. I like all of these things about Trae Young. But Cleveland, to a player, especially if Jared Allen is back even in limited form, is a better team than Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay?
Agreed.
And so with seeing that, if he plays, I'm going to go with Cleveland. If he does not play, I think you got enough of Trae Young nutmegging people and just doing what he does to get into that 8 seed.
Let me set the scene for you for the second game of the night. All right, I want you to, if you're in your car, Whatever you do, don't close your eyes, okay? Because you need to focus on the road.
Except the blink.
Well, yeah, but mostly just pay attention to the road, please. But if you're listening on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, any of the other ways you stream, ESPN690.com, Odyssey, anywhere you're streaming, right? I want you to close your eyes if you're not operating a motor vehicle, because I want you to imagine this. The New Orleans Pelicans that had the number 1 pick in the draft, drafted Zion Williamson. They made moves to acquire guys like Brandon Ingram, okay? The best look New Orleans Pelicans we've seen in years will travel to L.A., not to play the Lakers, not to play the Lake Show, not AD, not LeBron. This is not a shot at them. You'll see where I'm going in just a second. They will play the Paul George-less. LeBron had a great year as a player. Yes, he did. They will play the Paul George-less, Kawhi Leonard-less
wow.
L.A. Clippers
Tongue
in
twister.
the mega of the United States that's not New York, it's L.A., the big city, the famous people, the bright lights.
Crypto.com Center.
Crypto.com Center. Brent Martineau still cannot get in. And Marcel Robinson, don't leave him short. And Ty Martineau, happy birthday, Ty and Kaylee. But
Oh, happy birthday.
now listen to this.
Today?
Yes.
Oh.
All of that to be said, right now, on the website Brent used to buy the tickets that he couldn't get in the first time. So granted, you might not be able to get in. I can get us 2 tickets, Brian Middleton's, for $16 a piece. $16
For the play-in game?
For the play-in game right now, $16.
Right now?
Yes, sir. 2 tickets, row 6, upper level 325. $16. Wow. That's how much nobody cares in LA about the Clippers and the Pelicans. But feel free to watch it if you want. It's on at 10 p.m. But you can go for $16. We know people listen to ESPN 690 all over. So if you've got, here's the thing. Don't let ESPN.com trick you because it says tickets as low as 21. Nah, you click on it. These people drop their prices. I got 18. I got 16. I got 17. All in the upper level, though, for sure. You can get as many as 2. Right here, 1 to 5 tickets, $18. It says great deal. So listen, will you be able to actually get in the stadium? Unconfirmed. Ask Brent Martineau. He's still not in. But nonetheless, that's the kind of game we got. Are you going to be on the right side of history or not? You going to pick the Pelicans or what?
Well, yeah. I mean, Paul George is not playing.
Okay, I'm just checking.
There ain't enough Allen Iverson stepping over Tyronn Lue to make me go with the Clippers. Who they got? Who they got?
Oh.
I mean, I know who they have, but I'm saying who they really got to go against. Listen.
Man, we're going to come in here talk about the Terrence Mann game.
Here's the deal. Potentially, right? And, you know, we've been wrong before. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again.
Amen. Make that a button. Why don't you?
It's rare, though, okay? I've been wrong before. It was back in 2014. I'll be wrong again. You know, it'll probably be 2034.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I mean. But, hey, man, you know, Pelicans, yeah, you caught a break. That's a part of playing any sport professionally, being available, and injuries happen. That is a part of the game. So, you know, take advantage of it.
Yeah.
Pelicans, let's go.
All right. I respect that decision. We'll have to see how it plays out, but definitely go ahead and get those tickets if you're in L.A. for, like, no money.
I'm just kidding. Give me the Clippers. Give me the Clippers. You thought I had sense. You thought that I was going to be sensible about this. No, sir. Cutting you off. I know the music's playing. Give me Tyronn Lue, the ghost of Allen Iverson. I think he's still alive, but the ghost of Allen Iverson. Paul George on the bench, Kawhi in street clothes, and the other 3 people from the YMCA they got put together with Reggie Jackson. Clippers, the 8th seed. See me on Monday.
You know what's crazy is they're only plus 100 without in the odds. Plus 1 on the spread, plus 100 on the odds. So that's interesting to me. But don't listen to that because that was just a piss poor take. There's been a few of them today. But anyway, we got to hit this first break. We'll do it on the other side. Brian Middleton's going to get you set for the FA Cup semifinals tomorrow over in England. So stay tuned for that. We'll be right back. Action Sports Jacks Overtime, ESPN 690.
Now, the First Alert Forecast on ESPN 690.
Partly to mostly cloudy this evening, mainly dry, warm and humid in the 70s, but overnight we drop down into the mid-60s. Partly sunny to partly cloudy Saturday, warm in the mid to upper 80s, a few afternoon thunderstorms. From the Action News Jax First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Garrett Biedenball.
The Weather Center is brought to you by Beards Diamonds. Don't miss the buy one, get one free on wedding band event going on now through April 24th.
At CDW, we get the challenge of managing data across different environments.
Our company data is everywhere, in the cloud, on servers. I just found some data under my couch cushions.
Well, wherever it lives, CDW experts can streamline your data across hybrid cloud environments and unlock your cloud's full potential with NetApp Cloud Services.
That's great. Ow!
You okay?
Yeah, I just stepped on some data.
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/NetApp.
Mary had a little gnat, little gnat, little gnat. Mary had a little gnat that flew around her home. Everywhere a Zevo glows, Zevo glows, Zevo glows, and everywhere a Zevo glows, the gnat was sure to go.
Zevo traps use blue and UV light, not odors or chemical insecticides, to attract and trap flying insects. Just plug it in and trap bugs around the clock. Zevo, people friendly, bug deadly. Now at a store near you.
Broken bricks, falling fences, damaged doors. Gorilla Glue, of course. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong, 100% waterproof, and bonds virtually everything. Gorilla Glue, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Let's add a little red right there. Hey, we'll be right with you.
For Bianca's flower shop, spring orders and Mother's Day are a tricky arrangement.
Hey, can I get help repotting this fiddle leaf?
She needs to put the pedal to the metal and find more florists.
We're running low on daisies. How does that even happen?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Broken bricks, falling fences, damaged doors. Gorilla Glue, of course. Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong, 100% waterproof, and bonds virtually everything. Gorilla Glue, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
It's no secret that do-it-yourself security systems are pretty much a joke, right? Criminals don't pay attention to them. A lot of police departments don't either. If you've got one of those national alarm companies, they're not much better. They're going to charge you more, though. SafeTouch security systems are the most advanced systems offered, and this starts with every SafeTouch system being professionally designed using layers of protection. The SafeTouch Perimeter Guard, for example, uses analytics and text video notification. You're alerted before the crime actually happens, and there's 24/7 onboard video storage. That camera also alerts would-be criminals, by the way, that they've already been detected and are being recorded. And the SafeTouch Always On feature means that if anyone tries to violate your area of protection, SafeTouch is notified before they even enter the house. If someone was crazy enough to enter a SafeTouch house, the SafeTouch two-way communicator has them in an average of 11 seconds, eliminating the need for call verification and sending emergency help immediately. SafeTouch is professionally installed by its highly trained professional technicians, and their monitoring center is right here in Florida. Call for your free estimated demonstration today, 888-723-8682, or go to safetouch.com, EF000233.
Anywhere fans go to cheer on their team, there are behind-the-scenes MVPs, ensuring everything is game day ready. We see you, Joe, fixing seats so every fan can enjoy every game. And Allie, who keeps her stadium running smoothly from the moment the first game starts to the last play of the season. At Grainger, you're our MVPs, and we're always here for you, with supplies and solutions for every industry and 24/7 customer support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
ESPN 690 is celebrating businesses in our community who employ and support those with autism, Down syndrome, and other intellectual and developmental differences. Check out the list of over 150 stores participating in Shopability Saturday on April 30th. Go to connectablejacks.com for more info.
Couple of minutes to go on a Friday Action Sports Checks Overtime, ESPN 690. Michael Bolton, conversation, dominating the break because Brian Middleton has no idea what's going on the stream, but we cleared that up for him. As we bring you what we teased for you, an FA Cup semifinal breakdown from Brian Middleton tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. You got Manchester City, you got Liverpool. Brian Middleton, who you got?
Listen, who wouldn't pick Liverpool in this matchup? Tell me what's going on. Tell me why you wouldn't pick Liverpool in this matchup.
It's a good call.
Yeah,
Liverpool, these two teams just played last week, which is kind of weird. They drew last week 2-2, and they will play again next week, if I'm not mistaken. So, Liverpool, a quality team, quality players. I don't have the odds in front of me. I feel like Manchester City would be the favorite, but nonetheless, Liverpool, a good squad. What do you think gives them the advantage in this matchup?
Their ability to move, the spacing that they have, the way that they attack at the angles. I like the way that they play as one unit, and all those other cliche phrases that I can put together about About soccer, yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a good little teaser for that one. And then obviously the second semifinal is Chelsea Crystal Palace. So we'll just let you know that Chelsea will win that one on Sunday morning.
What's the other team that you were talking about last week? Oh, boy, the one that you were like, it started with a B, I think. Maybe not. They were terrible, but they beat one team, and then Real Madrid was a part of it.
Oh, Brentford?
Brentford, yeah.
Yeah. I was mad about that. But anyway, we prepared Scott Kornberg for something else, so now we'll test his soccer knowledge in English soccer, Scott. This is probably a bad spot to put you in, but let me know. Man City or Liverpool? Give me something here, Scott Kornberg.
I'm going to go with, I know a little bit about soccer, but not that much. Sorry, everybody. One of my closest friends in Jacksonville, Tom Buckner, the assistant men's soccer coach at JU, and his wife, Courtney, they're my closest friends going back to my days in Illinois.
Okay.
They're Liverpool people, so I'm going to go Liverpool.
Okay, that's two. That's two on Liverpool. We got Brian Middleton and Scott Kornberg on Liverpool. Interesting. All right.
I'm glad they were on the same page of that because we were talking during the break, and we're not on the same page for Clippers-Pelicans tonight.
Yeah, listen, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, he knows Paul George ain't playing, and he's not changing his mind. You're on the Pelicans, correct?
Well, yeah, and even because in the regular season, I think the Pelicans won the season series. And, yeah, I know that Paul George didn't play in all those games, but I think one of the games that he did play, they won by like 30-something points, something like that, unless I'm misremembering. It could very well be. But anyway, I'm taking the Pelicans. I don't think they're a good matchup for the Clippers.
Yeah, smart man. What do you got to say for yourself, Brian Middleton? Anything?
I like Scott, and like I said before, we all get stuff wrong. So we'll just have to see. I don't want to say that Scott's going to be wrong, but I just don't think he's going to be right.
Well, neither of us think you're going to be right. So anyway,
well, I can't wait till Monday.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Or
either.
Tuesday, the next time that we all talk. So
we're off on Monday, thank goodness. So if I get it wrong, maybe you guys will forget for Tuesday.
That is true. When Manchester City wins and the Clippers or the Pelicans win, Brian Middleton, you're going to be in trouble. All right, Scott. I was seeing something you tweeted a little bit about. You're going to have an interview with this guy in the pregame show today, but what happened with the scenario if there was a baseball that was given to a kid that didn't make it, there was crying? I need to hear more about this.
Yeah, so we're in Durham. The stands here, there's very good closeness between the fans and the players. And so I guess a couple nights ago, Eric Gonzalez, who's playing shortstop tonight, he's a middle infielder for Jacksonville, he had wanted to give a baseball to a little girl. And I guess somebody took the ball away from her, intercepted it, something like that, and she was just despondent. And so he went up to her and he told her, like, next ball again, I'm giving it to you. And he got another one, gives it to the girl, and she starts crying again, this time like tears of joy. And it turns out she's 6 years old. She's from England. And Jumbo Shrimp versus Bulls was her first ever baseball game.
Wow.
And that little baseball, that tiny little thing, that little possession from that small moment meant so much to her because when they had a flight the next day, as her grandfather wrote us in an email, she refused to put the ball in her luggage. It meant that much to her. And literally would not have it leave her hands for the entire flight back. I mean, that's just, I don't know, hit me in the feels a little bit. And I talked to Eric. He'll mention this in part 2 of our interview, which will be sometime this weekend. But, he said he learned that from Albert Pujols, and just the ability to make someone who's young feel that way about the game and the sport. I mean, he's just an incredible guy. He's just magnetic personality. And something little like that girl's never going to forget for the rest of her life.
Yeah, that is an awesome story. So, yeah, you can hear from Eric a little bit throughout the weekend, including today. Scott caught up with him, so we'll play that here in just a bit. But that is a great story, and I can only assume they're catching a flight to catch the Manchester-Liverpool game back in England to bring this,
right?
Yeah, to bring this thing full circle. So, Scott, appreciate it as always. You'll be on the call tonight. We'll be listening. For us on OT, we're done. We'll talk to you next week. Scott, you can take it from here.
Yeah, guys. Hey, have a great weekend, you too. Enjoy all the sports and everything like that. We'll talk to you guys or Casey will talk to you this weekend, but Brian will talk to you next week. Anyway, Game 4 of a 6-game series here. You will hear from Eric Gonzalez in just a few moments. Shrimp on Deck is coming up next in the Jumbo Shrimp Network, powered by FIS.
I kinda like you. Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp Baseball is